stand up strong, face the truth about themselves, to understand what went wrong. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way to stand up, stand up, stand up.
Uniting the races with truth instead of dividing them with lies. We're also rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. I'm Jesse Lee Peterson. Good morning. I'm Jesse Lee Peterson. Hi, y'all. Welcome to the show. It's Tuesday again. Believe it or not, it's Tuesday again. My, how time flies. Amazing. You can get involved by calling 888-7753, 773-888. 77 Jesse, Jesse, Jesse. My biblical question for this week, and it's a doozy. It's like, Mamma mia, hola, Cecilia, gracias. Doozy. Who's dumber? Men or women? Who's dumber? Men or women? Who's dumber, men or women? What an amazing question. And the responses to that question have been amazing so far. It's something that people are thinking about. And it's like all across the board. I'm like, what an amazing question. So we have every way that you can watch and support the show listed on JesseLeePeterson.com/show. JesseLeePeterson.com/show. All right. And if you're busy and you just don't have the time to sit and watch the show, I know some of you podcasts, but you could be listening live no matter where you are or what you're doing. You still could be listening live to the show by calling the listen line on TalkStream Live at 605-615-4131. 605-615-4131. Amazing. And you can podcast the show, all shows. You can podcast, all right? And to donate and have your comments read out loud, go to buymeacoffee.com. buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk. buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk or rebuildingtheman.com. rebuildingtheman.com. Amazing, huh? Yes, Jesse, that is amazing. So, for the new people, I see new people, and somebody's going to get the phone. Don't worry, folks. For the new people, Tuesdays, every Tuesday, is Country and Western Tuesday. Bring back, oh, bring back my country to me. Bring back my country to me. What the? Who let the dogs out? Ooh. Amazing. Amazing. Okay. Yeehaw. Amazing. So I've said over and over and over and over and over again, and some people are getting it. Most are not, and I understand you don't have to stay in your hell. But for those who want to overcome their hell, they are starting to understand that their battle, no matter, and all races too are getting this. A few in all races are getting this, that the battle is a spiritual battle. It is not a physical battle. It's a spiritual battle. It's a warfare between good and evil. I almost don't want to say a warfare between good and evil because for good, evil is nothing. It's just nothing to him. It's nothing. Evil cannot defeat good. But just to know that evil is trying to conquer good, it's a warfare between evil. Between good and evil, right? And it's a spiritual battle. It is not physical at all. Now, there are physical things happening that are evil as a result. As a result, and of evil, there are physical people in their physical body, and they're doing evil things, and you have to deal with that. That's for sure. Well, you don't have to deal with it, but they have to deal with it. But it's a spiritual battle, and some of you might be aware that there's this white girl by the name of Caitlin Clark. And according to the reports, Caitlin Clark is a better player than the black girls. A better player than the black girls. And so they're like, according to the report, they're doing everything they can to keep her down, to knock her down, to keep her out of, according to the report, some of these U.S. Olympic team thing that's happening. And they are really trying to keep this young lady down. And it's mostly black women, black girls in the game and ex-game that used to be basketball players, I guess, that are doing this. And some people are saying that these black women, black girls are racist against Caitlin. They said that she's racist at a time when, you know how women basketball, nobody really cares, nobody watch it. And so the women are complaining that they don't get as much money as the men get because they're jealous. But they don't get as much money as the men get. And so they want money. They want, even if they don't have anybody watching the game, they still want money. Well, according to some people, this is a good time for women basketball things to make money because Caitlin is starting to draw in some people to pay attention to basketball, women basketball, right? Because nobody really that interested in women basketball. So they're trying hard, like they do with everything, to make the women basketball irrelevant, important. But these black girls don't like Caitlin because, and here's why. Some people say it's because they're racist toward this Caitlin Clark, right? It's not that. It's not that at all. There is no such thing as racism. There is no such thing as racism. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against spirits and wickedness, evil in high places, right? But what it is, these black females in basketball and commentators, whatever they are jealous of Caitlin Clark. They're jealous. They are jealous to the point that they want to destroy her It's not racism. It's in the heart, and it's jealousy. And most of you already know this anyway, but it's worth repeating so that those black people who want to wake up, and there are some blacks who want a waking up. Black people, and not all, but most are jealous of white people, period. They're jealous of white people, and rather than asking them how they get to be so smart and do so many things in the right way, they'd rather knock them off the floor than to learn from them because they're jealous of the whites to the point they call white people racist and white supremacy and all kind of stuff because they're not able to come up to the level of the whites. They want to bring the whites down below them, their lower life standard of life, and then they'll feel like they're up there, like they're earned away, but it's not. It's jealousy. And I want you to know, as human beings, you need to know this. All races, all human beings, male or female, I want you to know jealousy is an evil spirit that you don't want. If you want to keep most of your little evil spirits, get rid of the jealous one if you try to get rid of them. Because jealousy will bring on strong revenge, and it will make you do things that you don't want to do to try to hurt your fellow man. You don't want jealousy. And it's in the heart. And when jealousy is in the heart, God is not there. Only Satan, only evil spirits. And these blacks are jealous of Caitlin Clark. And then they are black women, and there's nothing worse than a jealous black woman. The revenge of a jealous black woman is devastating. So I would suggest, do what you want. I would suggest you examine your heart and overcome jealousy. Those demons will cause you to destroy yourself trying to destroy someone else. Because what you do to others, you're really doing it to yourself. You're burning on the inside while you're trying to burn somebody else. You're doing it. Literally, there's no way out. You're doing it to yourself. And the one thing that is for sure and without a doubt, and everyone knows it, but you won't have too many people saying it. Blacks, and not all but most, but the blacks are jealous of the whites. That's just all to it. And they say white people take everything, white people do everything, white people this and white people that. They're jealous. That's the same way the whites are with the Jews. They're jealous of the Jews. And you can hear it in their speech. They say exactly about the Jews what the black says about the white. The Jews owned everything. The Jews took everything. The Jews made everything. The Jews this and the Jews that. But they don't go at the Jews how they do it. It's better to sit back and be jealous to them and revengeful than to humble yourself and go learn. That's why if you don't know how to figure out your own life, go learn. There's some Jews that would tell you how to earn a living for yourself. And there are some whites that would tell the blacks how to do it. White people have been trying to do it for years, but the blacks won't listen because they're jealous. It's easier to hate and get revenge than it is to listen when you hate your fellow man. But I'm warning you, blacks, your jealousy of white people is keeping you down. It is causing you to sink lower and lower and lower and not rise. Because you're in hell, in your own hell. You are your hell, or you are your heaven. Nobody else is to blame. And they're jealous of Caitlin. Rather than learning, hey, Caitlin, let's hang out. Oh, okay, let's go get some coffee. Caitlin, I'll pay for your coffee. Oh, okay. Caitlin, how did you learn how to play basketball so good? How did you get that? And she's having coffee, and she will happily tell you how she became so good at whatever basketball good is, right? At what she does. They won't go and ask her. They'll rather be jealous and try to destroy her. And so I'm wondering, is it just a sports fight, or way more? Look, you can prove me wrong with this jealousy thing. You really can. Overcome your jealousy and see what happens to you. Or keep it and see what happens to you. You can just prove it in your own life. When I went to Israel, I saw the same thing over there between the Palestinians about the Jews. So the Jews have given up some land over there to them. Okay, y'all can have some land. They gave them some land, beautiful land too. They got these little hut houses all up and down the mountain. And just beautiful. And so the Palestinians live over there and the Jews live over there. And instead of the Palestinians taking care of the land that they do have, because if they took care of the land they do have, God would bless them with more. Somehow another, they will get more, but they won't appreciate what they have. And if you're not faithful in little, you're not going to be faithful in much. It just ain't going to work. And so the Palestinians, that they all mad and jealous at the Jews, they're letting the land that they own or live on go to hell in a handbag. It's like a junk. It's like the ghettos in the black community. And they're sitting over there mad and looking at the Jews instead of being grateful for what they have. And it's turned into a ghetto. And then the more land you give them, the more it turns into a ghetto. Look how much white America has given blacks. Do you see paradise anywhere? The more you give them, the worse they get. Because the heart has not changed. And so the Palestinians are all ghetto, city of David and all those areas, right? All ghetto. Beautiful areas, though. And they're looking over right across the road, just right over there. And the Jews are all beautiful, all bright, nice flowers. They clean the yard. They got markets everywhere, and they're walking around grinning and having fun. And the Palestinians can't stand it. And not understanding that their hearts are jealous, evil, they think that more land will make them feel better. And it won't. Because they're not grateful with much. It's like when you start to wake up, and a few are waking up, when you go and forgive your mother and return to your father, you just feel like a load been taken off you, right? That is a little. Be grateful with that and stay with it. You'll receive much more wisdom, love, and everything. You got to be grateful with what you have and stop looking at the other person wishing you had. How about living your own life? But anyway, so the same thing happened with the blacks to the whites to the Jews with the Palestinians with the Jews, everybody. It's of the heart. It's of the heart. I was, yesterday we showed you this film of the president of El Salvador. And he was talking about how he cleaned up the crime over there, but he dealt with the spiritual life first. And when he got the spiritual life done, he was able to deal with the physical stuff that was happening because it's spiritual. How many countries go over there and ask him, Mr. El Salvador president, how do you do that? How do you do it, sir? And we're going to get to all your calls. Sorry about that. How do you do it, sir? They don't ask. Maybe a few may go and ask, but majority won't. But anyway, is it just sports or more? It's more. The black women and some of the men are jealous of Caitlin Clark. This is from NPR. WNBA star Caitlin Clark doesn't make the USA Olympics basketball team. Watch this from ESPN.
Caitlin Clark, the #1 pick in April's WNBA draft, who had an up-and-down start to her WNBA career, did not make the Olympic team. Clark just put up 30 points versus the Mystics. That was her best game yet, while the Fever's attendance for games is 16,000 plus. Also, there's no player under the age of 26 on that roster. Here's Caitlin on not making the team.
Honestly, no disappointment. Like, I think it just gives you something to work for. That's a dream. Hopefully one day I can be there, and I think it's just a little more motivation. You remember that, and hopefully in 4 years, when 4 years comes back around, I can be.
Did it freeze? It just ended. Huh? It just ended. Oh, she said in 4 years she could be something. I don't know what that is. Oh, she could be in it. See how she's dealing with that? Oh, no big deal. I'll just work and wait and do what I'm doing. It sounds like that gal must be close to her daddy. She sounds like a daddy's girl with all that common sense. Okay, fine. And don't think that Caitlin doesn't know that these black players, female players, are jealous of her. She knows it. But her daddy taught her, maybe, I don't know who she's closer to, her father or mother. But I said, you know what, be grateful for what you have. And don't hate those who hate you. Don't hate those who are jealous of you. You wish them well and let them suffer in their hell. Don't get revenge or anything. You just play ball. If anything, and I'm not, again, I don't watch female sports at all. Even though I have female family members who are playing basketball and stuff, they're really good. But it just make me tired to have to watch it. I'm just saying. But you would think that she would have been like #1 on the list for the Olympic team. Because right now, she's going to draw. She's a drawer, so she's going to draw in the money. They should have said, you know what, Caitlin, we want you #1. You're the one that's known right now. You make people talk about the women basketball team. You're drawing in some more people that will allow women to make more money. But instead, they're cutting off the hands that feed them due to jealousy. How many of you out there that's jealous of your husband or your wife or your friend or somebody, and you can barely make it? You work so hard to try to make it, but you can't because you're so jealous. I want to show you an example of what jealousy look like. It ain't racism. It's pure evil. It's jealousy. Just think about it. They could be making real money with this young lady, and they'd rather cut off their nose to spite their face. But that's what happens when you have jealousy in your heart. You're not going to have a smooth and easy, good life. It ain't going to work. YouTube, WNBA player hating on Caitlin Clark. Watch this.
The rematch between Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark in the NCAA tournament drew over 12 million viewers. With this growing success of women's college basketball, WNBA players and media have started to hate on college players, in particular Iowa's Caitlin Clark, with articles being written such as "Make Basketball Black Again" in response to her large fan base.
What do you think about Ice Cube and the Big Three offering Caitlin Clark $5 million?
So you offered the contract to a player who's not yet even in the WNBA.
Jealousy
Big Three does not happen during overseas season.
Bring back Caitlin. If you're going to break a record, to me,
Jealousy.
if it's legitimate, you have to break that record in the same amount of time that that player set it.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say this, and then I want to be done with this whole conversation. So for people to come at me and say that I made those comments because I'm a racist, first of all, black people can't be racist, but that's the farthest thing from my mind.
You lying? She's jealous. Because if she wasn't jealous, she'd be wishing, right on, Caitlin. You come on down. They'll be wishing her well. And white people, I see white people. This is what's wrong with the blacks. It ain't racism, never has been, never will be, can't be, ain't gonna be. It's anger. And it's the spirit of jealousy and everything else. Revenge. And those blacks who are dropping that anger by going and forgiving their mothers and returning to their father, they wow, I just didn't know. I was asleep and I couldn't see. I didn't realize what was in my heart, they say. That's jealousy. That's not racism. That's jealousy. And jealousy is not your friend. You have no idea how you are keeping yourself down by being jealous and revengeful. Really, you're doing it to you, folks, but you can't see, and you don't know that you're doing it to you. You don't know that you are your world, and what's happening in your world, you are causing it to happen. Why not wish everyone well? God said to pray for one another, meaning wish everyone well, even your enemy, and you go your way. Pray for one another, you're going to be fine then. But you wish each other evil, all you're going to ever catch is evil. This girl should have made the team first. She's bringing in the money, and the female players said they want more money. They even want part of the men money. They're like, what the?
What the?
And now they have a chance to get it, but jealousy is in the way. And that's how it is for your life. When you have anger, evil is in the way, and you can't see all the opportunities in front of you because they are there for every human being that wants them. But you can't see them because you're evil. And you're looking at your fellow man, you're judging, hating, and trying to hurt them while hurting yourself. When I come back, I'm going to just show you the pictures of these people that picked the player for the U.S. Olympic team. You're not going to be surprised. It's going to prove my point even more so.
Come on, man.
Then I'll take your phone calls and super chats. Back in a moment.
Take me all around to the thinking places where you spend your time. Ain't no place I'd rather go. You're a funny little critter and I love you so. And I want to take a ride and we'll bear in your mind. I come and sit down with me in a rocking chair.
I have books that are amazing. I highly recommend you get them. 7 Guaranteed Steps to Spiritual, Family, and Financial Success Guide. Even if you're not starting a business, but you have a job, or you're on welfare, it can help you if you do. Be doers of the word, all right? From rage to responsibility. From rage. That's why I write about, in the first chapter, especially, how I overcame. Scam! How the black leadership exploits black Americans. They are using them, and blacks are too willing to be used. And then my last book, The Antidote, Healing America from the Poison of Hate, Blame, and Victimhood. They are all amazing books, and they are helpful. Go to rebuildingtheman.com if you want an autographed copy, or call 800-411-2663. Sandra from Arizona, thank you for the amazing Father's Day gift you sent me. I appreciate it. Thank you, Sandra. Somebody love Jesse.
Amazing.
And we got a box of, what do you call those things?
Mangoes.
Yeah, mangoes from Florida. Do you know the first name of the person that said that?
Yeah, shout out to Chris.
Thank you, Chris. We appreciate it for the office. Thank you, Chris. Amazing. But I guess it's Father's Day this weekend. Father's Day is this Sunday. Whoa. It feels like it's near because I see a whole lot of advertisements, not a whole lot, for Father's Day. So thank you all.
Amazing.
Oh, amazing. And thank you, Chris, from Florida. So I talked about the jealousy that these blacks have toward Caitlin Clark because she's the best in female basketball, right? And rather than wishing her well, bringing her on, make sure that she's like totally welcome on the team, because it's bringing money for these dummies too. They don't realize it. But she's white, and white people are not allowed to present their talents as better than the blacks. Ain't that something? And they're trying to destroy Caitlin rather than lift her up and be grateful. The heart is wicked. When man speaks, he speaks from the heart, meaning men and women. It's the heart that's wicked. And it's the heart that needs to change. You ain't going to change anything else until you change the heart. All human being hearts are evil until they overcome evil by forgiving. And you got to forgive your mothers first. I don't know about first, maybe you can forgive daddy and mama. You got to forgive daddy and mama, but you got to forgive mama. Yeah, mama's spirit. And it's not her spirit, but it's evil that made a home in her. And these black women have not been dealt with in the right way. They have not been told that their evil was given to them by their mothers. They've been told it's the white man who did it. And they even said slavery and Jim Crow, they weren't even around. What they think that, they say some, I don't know, it's so dumb, I don't even know what to say about it. But anyway, I mentioned that according to NPR, Caitlin Clark, the women's basketball player, did not make the U.S. Olympic basketball team because she's white and she's better than the blacks. You can't show up the black folk. You gotta, if Caitlin was like a dumb white person out there playing, stumbling, can't even get the ball in the net, and all scared, they would love her out there then. But they knock her down, they attack her, and all kind of stuff. I want you to see what the members or the committee look like that picked the women U.S. Olympic basketball team. Here is the selection committee in charge of picking the members of the U.S. Olympic team. Watch this from NBC. All black except for one. It looks like she may be one of those, Italian or something. Well, she looked white. This is why Caitlin didn't make it. Look at all these jealous, evil, angry women. Caitlin didn't have a chance unless she was a goofball. The committee, U.S. Committee, selection committee, is predominantly black. It's like when white people go to court now, trial, and they have a black jury. White people ain't got a chance. You might as well go and pack your bag and take your bag to the courthouse with you during the trial because you're leaving the trial going to jail.
What the?
Guilty or not, you're guilty of being white. This is what we've come to, the people have come to in my country. This is what, and may God have mercy upon the blacks who are looking at other people and blaming them for their problems instead of looking at themselves to overcome their problems. You are your problem. Nobody else is. Your parents are the problem for you falling into hell because they're no good. But as an adult, male and female, you're responsible for you. Your husband ain't responsible. Your wife ain't responsible. No black, no white, no this or that. You're responsible for your own hell because you refuse to forgive. That black committee, one Italian, whatever that is, they will let Caitlin on the U.S. Olympic basketball team. She didn't have a chance, but I love the way Caitlin dealt with it. Oh, okay, fine, I'll just keep playing, and I'll be ready next time. They can have it. That's how you deal with it. Don't let anything or anyone or anything or anyone be so important to you that you will sell your soul and turn away from love. Sell your soul to the devil. And speaking of Caitlin, I just want to remind you of White History Month coming up in July. We celebrate White History Month in America because America was founded by white men. We know that. I don't care what everybody else trying to say. Some people know better, right? It was founded and created with the help of God by white men. And it became the greatest country in the world because of God working through the white men. And now everybody and they mama. If you're black, everybody and they mama. If you're white, everybody and their mama want to come here illegally and however else they can get here. So we're celebrating, if the Lord is willing and the creek don't rise, our 7th year of White History Month in July. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Don't walk.
Amazing.
But run. Run, run, run. And get your shirts. Your White History Month shirt. You can go to rebuildingtheman.com/store rebuildingtheman.com/store or julyjustfeelswhite.com. Oh, July. So both of those places in it?
Amazing.
Okay, both of those places. julyfeelswhite.com or rebuildingtheman.com/store. Now, don't be waiting. You got to order so you can have it for July. They are out there. They're ready. Amazing. July just feels white. July is the month when it does feel white. Vacation time, appreciation time. You know, you reflect. 4th of July. 4th of July used to be the day for every American. They tried to even destroy 4th of July. But we are going to keep reminding you of White History Month. So get your shirts. 888-7753-773. 888-77-JESSE. Let me go to a first-time caller out of Canada. Sarah out of Canada. Sarah, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hi, Jesse. Thanks for taking my call.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I've been listening to your show for about 6 or 7 months. My husband and I both really enjoy it. The Fallen State as well. It's great. So thank you for putting out there the truth to the world.
Thank you, Sarah.
My question today, I recently forgave my mother, forgave my father a little while ago because I realized after all the years of hell I was living in that I had to once I started listening to your show. My husband and I got married about 2 months ago, and we want to have children. So I want to know, as a woman of evil nature, how can I be a good mother? Is it possible to raise my children without creating them in that image of hell?
Now that you have gone and forgiven your mother and father, God has forgiven you. And as a result of that, He's changed your heart from anger, from hate to love, which is His nature. And now that that has happened, He is going to work and is working on your behalf to destroy that old nature of the imagination, that ego nature, which is evil, that caused you to do all the things you have done over a lifetime because you just didn't know. And by you being of love and that old nature of the egos is being taken away from you, you will have, you will live, you're getting this new nature, which is of God. Only God is love. And when we forgive, He changed us and His love worked through us. We don't have love to give. And we don't have love. The love comes from God, right? And so when you do start making babies, you're going to only have love to give your children. You'll be fine because you're working on you and overcoming the not you. You're not your emotions. You're not the thoughts. You're not your body. You're not good or bad. You're not right or wrong. It's always been a spirit that made a home in you. That will be taken away from you, and you'll be fine with the kids.
Amazing. Thank you, Jesse.
And just like you operated in that hell before, it wasn't you, but you thought it was you, and you couldn't help yourself. Likewise, love is taking over, and love will control you. You're not in control. No human being is in control of anything. But love will control you rather than anger. So you'll be fine.
Right. Okay. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. And I really enjoy listening to your show. And I just have to say, I was laughing the other day about those women on The View talking about tall, pretty white privilege for the basketball players. I thought it was hilarious. I'm a really tall woman myself. And I was like, tall privilege? Like what? Wouldn't you want that as a basketball player? I don't understand.
Right. If she was a tall black girl basketball player that played well, they would be loving it. She'll be going to the Olympic and everywhere else. But because she's a white girl, they try to destroy her.
It's so true. Those women are evil, hey?
How tall are you?
6'2".
Oh, you're taller than Caitlin.
Should have been a basketball player.
I'm telling you. What the? So, Sarah, let me ask.
Yeah.
Which is easier for you to accept? That you are a sinner or that your sins have been forgiven?
Right now, I still feel like it's easier to accept that I'm a sinner.
And why?
Because I think we're all born natural sinners, aren't we?
Where do you get that from?
I guess the Bible says that.
But you wasn't born a natural sinner. You were born into a crazy family of evil, mother and father.
Yeah.
And they caused you to become that way by not being the perfect example, and you became angry, and that's when your heart changed from evil to love. I mean, from love to evil.
Right.
But you were not born that way. And even for the rest of that part of your life when you were doing, quote unquote, the wrong things, it was never you at all doing those things, but it was the spirit that made a home in you. And as a result, God knew that, and so he never judged you as a sinner.
Right.
But the churches judge you as a sinner, and your parents.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
It's all in the mind. Your sins have been forgiven, Sarah.
Yeah. Praise God.
You are not a sinner. The only problem you had was the heart, anger of the heart. And that's the only thing that needed to change.
Okay. Well, thank you, Jesse. I appreciate you taking the time to share that with me. And, yeah.
Stay with it. Stay with it. Stay with it. It gets better, all right?
Amen. Thanks, Jesse.
You're welcome. Amazing.
Have a great day.
You too. Thank you. Amazing. 888-7753-773. Let me go to Jason out of New York. Jason, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hey, what's up, man?
All is well, Jason.
I want to say, like, the whole Caitlin Clark situation.
I'm sorry?
You said Caitlin Clark is better than, like, other black girls. No, she's not.
But why you say she's not?
Because she lost back-to-back NCAA championships.
But why you say she's not?
Because she lost 2 back-to-back NBA championships. She lost back-to-back championships.
And then
she didn't win. The better player, the better team, they won. So she didn't win. So how is she the great? Like, she is not great. She is not. And she lost to 2 black girls, Angel Reese, who she did, like, remember the John Cena thing? Like remember last year she did the John Cena thing? Hold on, let me get this out. Last year, like last year, she did the John Cena thing in her face, so, like, because she got to go to the championship. She was happy. She was like, but then Angel Reese did it back in her face.
Is Angel Reese black or white?
Oh, Angel Reese is black. Angel Reese is black.
And so why are the black girls on basketball player and basketball player, why are they jealous of Caitlin?
Why? How you gonna be jealous of a 2-time loser, championship loser, a 2-time championship loser?
Well, why are they attacking her?
No, hold on. No. I'm asking your question. Like, hold on. I'm gonna answer your question with a question. I hope you can please answer my question. Now, who would be jealous of a 2-time loser? She lost 2-time national championships, and on a 3-9 team. Who is jealous of that? Who is jealous of that? Who would be jealous of a team like her team's not winning? She doesn't have no ring. She don't have no ring. She has no ring. She lost to Raven Johnson.
So like why are they? If she's not as good as they say that she is, why are the black girls jealous of her? Why are they attacking her, deliberately attacking her on the floor, applauding another black girl applauding when they attack her? And then they keep it away from the Olympic playing thing. Why are the? I want you to answer that question. Why are the black girls? Why are the black girls jealous of her if she's not as good as the world says she is?
All right. First of all, there is no jealousy. That is a part of basketball. Basketball is physical. And that play that you're talking about when she
that was more than physical. She deliberately went over and knocked her down.
Yeah, and Caitlin, like that play before, Caitlin deliberately elbowed that girl.
You're
in the
not
face.
answering my question. Why are the black... Jason, Jason.
Go ahead.
Calm down. Hey, calm down. Calm down. Why are the black girls deliberately knocking her down, trying to keep her away from the games and things like that, if they're not jealous of her?
First of all, she wasn't good enough to make the Olympic team. And they have a process in order to make the Olympic team. It's a 2-year process. In them 2 years, while Caitlin Clark was losing in the finals, if she would have been sitting at home, she would have made the Olympic team. Because of her hype and exposure. Like, after she lost, after she lost, he's like, nobody that made the final four in the past 2 years are on the team. Everybody on the team has established players in the league. Everybody. And Tiana Taurasi is on.
Let me ask you this, Jason. Jason.
Okay, go ahead.
Jason. When you said she lost something, right? Did she lose? Did she lose one-on-one game or team game?
Well, to be the best player, to be the best player.
You answer my question about was it because I'm not aware of that, so I can't even. Jason, I'm gonna have to hang up on you. I gotta go because you won't be quiet. Did she lose one-on-one games or team games? Give me a yes or answer that first.
It's a team. It's a team game.
She lost a team game, right? And so why are you acting like you were playing one-on-one or something like that?
No. Because when you play on a USA team, the women's basketball team, that is a team game. That is a team.
Right. So she didn't lose by herself. Everybody lost.
Okay. So
is that true?
Lost. Yes, everybody.
The team lost, right?
Yes, everybody. Her team did lose twice.
Right.
Her team did lose twice.
It was her team. It wasn't her. She did her part, but other people have to come up do their part too, right?
Either she did.
Is that right or not?
She didn't do
Is
enough.
that right or not?
That's not right. She didn't.
Oh,
do
the
enough.
other people don't have to do their part.
Ask like Michael Jordan or LeBron or Kobe Bryant.
Do the other teams have to do their part? Let's say that Michael Kobe was really, really good, whoever that is, right? If he was really, really good, and he went out there and made 1,000 jump shots, but the other team didn't do their part, and they lose the game, is it Michael Kobe's fault?
Yeah.
It's Michael Kobe's fault?
Yeah, it's still their fault if they lose.
What?
How is it not going to be that person's fault if they team lose?
You can't make the whole team. That doesn't even make sense.
Can I explain? Can I explain to you?
Yeah.
Being the best player on your team, that means you got being the best player on your team. That means you have to get your team ready. That means your team look for you for that guidance. That means your team look for you like that for that.
Right, but you still play for them. So when that guy, remember that guy, the tennis player LeBron James?
Hold on.
You remember LeBron James?
Yeah, I know LeBron James.
Remember when he lost to the final? He lost the final?
Yeah, I remember that. I remember he lost.
So was it his fault?
Yes.
It was his fault.
Even though J.R. Smith did what he did.
It was LeBron. It was LeBron James' fault.
Yes, it was his fault. He was the best player on the
Thank you, Jason. I got to take a break. Back in a moment. 2 more hours to go.
From rage to responsibility. I write about how the spirit of anger was taken away from me 29 years ago. I forgave my mother who tried to turn me away from my father, and I returned to my father, and through him, my father on earth, and through him, I was able to return to God. No man or woman can return to God unless you go through the Son. And men are sons of God. There may be weak, pathetic examples of it, but it's the spiritual order of life. God in Christ, Christ in man, man over woman, and woman over children. So get from rage to responsibility. I write about that. Go to my website, rebuildingtheman.com for an autographed copy, or call 800-411-BOND. And donate to my nonprofit, Bond, the Brotherhood Organization of a New Destiny. We are rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man.
A whole lot of mess going on in the world. This is the end of hour one of the JLP Peterson Show, Country and Western Tuesday. June 11th, AD 2024. Hey, Father's Day is actually coming up this Sunday. We just found out. So happy Father's Day in advance to all the fathers out there. This, as I said, this is the end of hour one. There is one line open. You can call in during Hake News, not fake news, to the Jesse Lee Peterson Show, 1-888-775-3773, 888-77-JESSE, and do it. And you can get your JulyJustFeelsWhite.com t-shirts. I'm wearing mine. July Just Feels White. Pretty nice, huh? This one has a little bit of, I guess it's like a tri-blend. It's not 100% cotton. JulyJustFeelsWhite.com or rebuildingtheman.com/stores. Get them while they last. Anyway, some Commie Nonsense Network news for you guys. Hollywood productions face a summer of uncertainty as the threat of another strike looms over the film and television industry. Unions representing crew members seeking better wages and job security provisions, among other demands, while studios and streamers are buying and developing fewer projects. The business is getting thin. And over in Israel and Gaza, Palestine, the UN Security Council adopted a resolution proposed by the United States for a permanent ceasefire and release of the hostages in Gaza. How permanent is a permanent ceasefire? Give me a break. I don't trust it. Anyway, the motion received 14 votes in favor and one abstention by Russia. Based Russia. The first time the council has endorsed such a plan to end the war. Hamas said that they welcomed the resolution. They're ready to engage with mediators in negotiations to implement the measures. But Israel vowed to persist with its military operation in Gaza, saying that they won't engage in meaningless negotiations with Hamas. Meanwhile, joke of a Secretary of State for America, supposedly for America, Antony Blinken, he met with based Prime Minister Benjamin Bibi Netanyahu. Whose side are you on? Maybe no sized. To discuss the urgency of reaching an agreement, adding that the United States and other so-called world leaders would stand behind the ceasefire proposal. It was interesting seeing the picture of them. Maybe I'll show you on the Hake report. Blinken looking all beta and Bibi looking all natural and alpha. What a mess. Anyway, Hunter Biden. Leave Hunter Biden alone. The jury in Hunter Biden's federal gun trial will resume deliberations today after the so-called president's son on Monday declined to testify in his own defense, and both sides presented closing arguments in the historic case. 12-member jury will soon decide whether Hunter Biden is guilty of 3 charges related to his purchase of a gun in 2018, which prosecutors say violated federal law because he was allegedly addicted to crack cocaine at the time. He pleaded not guilty to all 3 charges. If convicted, Biden could face up to 25 years in prison and a fine of up to $750,000, $750,000, though he likely will receive far less than the maximum as a supposed first-time offender. Come on, drug addicts need guns too, don't they? Or maybe they should be in prison if they're not safe to have a gun. Anyway, so-called gun violence, speaking of it, crooked Joe Biden is going to address a major gun violence prevention conference in Washington, D.C. today, the Swamp, nearly 2 years after he signed the first major federal gun safety legislation, communist buzzword, total violation of the Second Amendment, obviously. The appearance comes as the Black on the Inside White House and the Biden campaign is sought to promote the president's work to tackle gun violence, no such thing, an issue his team believes resonates with the key blocks of unfortunate voters, right? Including women, young people, and Latino communities. A CNN SSRS poll conducted in April found 48% of registered voters said gun policy will be extremely important to their presidential vote in November. Suckers. A Gallup survey last year found 56% of U.S. adults, 56%, believe gun laws should be stricter. So evil. Brainwashed suckers. I'm James Hake. Now back to JLP.
about themselves to understand what went wrong. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way to stand up, stand up, stand up.
Uniting the races with truth instead of dividing them with lies. We're also rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. I'm Jesse Lee Peterson. Welcome to the second hour of the show already. There is a couple lines open. You want to jump in at 888-7753-773. 888-77-JESSE. Jesse. Jesse. My biblical question for this week. The biblical question. Who's dumber, men or women? Who's dumber, men or women? That is, and everybody seems to be like all over the place about that with that question. Talk about a biblical question. What the? It's an amazing question. You can listen to the show if you're busy laying up at the beach or you're waiting in the front yard or backyard of somebody's house, and when the delivery man comes to drop off a package, you run up on the porch and you steal the package as soon as the delivery man sits down on the floor, right there at the door, and you steal it right then. While he's standing there. You still could be listening to the show. Whether you're on your little fentanyl or you try to withdraw from it or whatever. Or just laying up at the beach. Or smashing and grabbing. You can be listening to the show on your iPhone or iPad by calling the listen line at 605-615-4131. That's 605-615-4131. And to donate and have your comments read out loud, go to buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk. Buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk or Bond JLP Cash App. Bond JLP Cash App. Amazing. It's Tuesday. Every Tuesday is, and some of you are liking this country and western music right on. Another thing I noticed too, I'm seeing more and more blacks try to all of a sudden get into country and western music. It must be where the money is.
What the?
I am. I'm starting seeing more and more black people singing country. I'm like, what the? They about to destroy country west. It's over. They gonna start crying racism. Y'all don't give us award in country western award, and the poor white people gonna be scared, and they gonna have to give the blacks a country western award, even though they ain't better. Watch this. Remember I said that they're about to destroy country and western music because they're going to call it racist if you don't give them an award. But anyway, even that little Beyonce, Lord, Beyonce trying to sing country and western. Lord, jealous of Katy Perry. Is Katy Perry a country western thing? Who is that white girl?
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift? I can't hear you.
Yeah, maybe Taylor Swift. She used to be country, then she turned pop.
Oh, she turned to her pop?
No, she turned into pop music.
Oh, she doesn't do country western anymore?
Not that I'm aware of.
How come all of a sudden Beyonce want to do country western?
It's all the rage right now.
Yeah.
She's not the only one. There was this black gay who did like country rap.
Oh, see, it's over.
Terrible.
It's over. Buy country and western, just like they've done with their other music. But anyway, I digress. What is divert?
I guess that's fair enough to say, too.
I want English back again. Make English great again. Remember when English was like, it was so great when you spoke really, really clear and proper English.
Yep.
You remember that?
Yeah, sort of. Yeah, definitely.
I remember when you first got into being the hate news, not the fake news, and you started doing your show here. You were correcting me in every other word. I wanted to smack you in turn.
Indeed.
Every other word, the English teacher was on it. Now James barely speak English.
It's terrible. Getting corrupted by the blacks.
That's right. Anyway, it is Tuesday. It is Country and Western Tuesday. Bring back, oh, bring back my country to me. Bring back my country to me. What the? Who let the dogs out? Amazing. Amazing. Country and Western Tuesday. 888-7753-773. 888-77-JESSE. So I'm being told that Katy Perry started with gospel music. And then she went to country and western, and then to pop.
No, Katy Perry never went to country and western that I know of.
What?
She was a Christian singer. She released a Christian album first.
Is she the same person that sing, hater, 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 gotta hate, hate, hate?
No, that's Taylor Swift.
That's not Katy Perry?
Correct.
Why do they look so much alike?
They don't. They're white, though, and all whites look alike to blacks.
But they don't look alike at all?
No.
Are they thin or fat?
They're both pretty thin, but Taylor Swift is thinner than Katy Perry.
A wide away?
That might be, I don't know.
Is that Taylor Perry?
Maybe.
Or Tyler Perry?
It's definitely not Tyler Swift.
Who was that? Hassan? Oh, well, how come Hassan telling me? Oh, that's not Hassan. That's Joel. No wonder. Joel Friday. Who's saying wide away, Joel? Oh. Oh, okay. Joel not there at the desk right now. But anyway, whatever. Super chat.
Nice.
Super.
Over on yesterday, unread message from Rumble Rant from BM_007 on Rumble, Jesse Lee Peterson.
Thank you.
JLP, the Democrats gave Asians the Asian hate bill and gave blacks a holiday. 4 laughing face emojis, sideways with tears coming out. What? 3 more with tears coming out. You get what you vote for. 3 more with tears coming out.
What? What a mess. Thank you.
Indeed. Shout out to yesterday's top contributors, Games for Rec, Kid Combo 1.0, Fatty Watt, Jake Hudson 12, and the rest of the supporters. Thank you guys for the lemons and ice cream. Yesterday, Gavin from North Georgia bought 10 coffees. Very generous.
Georgia on my mind.
And he wrote, does anybody else remember Michelle Obama? on the Ellen show. What the?
Big Mama Michelle.
Terrible.
Big Mama Michelle Obama. How can we forget?
I'm shaking my head.
I'm wide awake.
And Gavin, thank you for your 10 coffees. I did censor your coffee a little bit.
Thank you, Gavin.
Just for the sake of decency.
Yeah.
Lori bought a coffee. Biblical question answer.
Who is dumber? Men or women?
Of course, women are more dumb than men, writes Lori. It's dumber, not more dumb. But anyway, she continues. When you come in contact with a dumb man, it's because he has the woman's spirit in him.
So a woman's in this?
Mm-hmm. Lori sounds like a woman's name.
Thank you, Lori. And I'll put my 2 cents in on Sunday. I appreciate it. She said it's dumb, not dumber.
No. I said it's dumber, not more dumb.
Oh, she wrote dumb.
No, she wrote more dumb.
Oh, it's just dumber, not more dumber.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Nice.
Seeker bought a coffee. This is a message from the White People Space Committee. Hi, Jesse. I regret to inform you that us white people have revoked your space citizenship for when we migrate to Mars due to you not being a good citizen and bringing your cart back. We have decided instead to award the cultural citizenship pass to our Muslim friend Hassan for the love and commitment shown to his fur baby Sandy. Now, that's something I think we can all get behind.
Amazing.
No pun intended.
You're not going to be able to stop me from going in the new world with the white people because I'm making friends with the X-Man. What's his name?
Well, this is the first I've heard of that.
What's that white guy that owns X now?
Oh, Elon Musk.
I'm making friends with Elon. If anybody go to the moon, it's going to be Elon. So thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, but it ain't going to work.
Indeed.
And no dogs are allowed in the new world.
And Seeker, it's we white people, not us white people. We white people have revoked your space citizenship. Not us white people.
Right on.
Thank you, Seeker.
Thank you.
Very funny. Ravender bought a coffee. Finish on a high note. 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 Finish on a high note.
Oh, whatever. I don't understand, but okay.
I think it's a poem.
Thank you.
Ray Nesio bought a coffee. Damian Green said Clark should be in the NBA. The NBA. How you see how he plays? And I think he means Draymond Green, not Damian Green. I could be wrong. But the NBA, you mean like not the WNBA, but the full-blown NBA?
Who should be there?
Caitlin Clark.
Oh, because I hear that she's supposed to be as good as men.
He might be exaggerating. I don't know. I hadn't heard this.
But women should not play in men's sport, and men should not play in women's sport.
Indeed.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Renesio. And let me just double check. Oh, yeah, there was one over on Rumble, or two. I don't say it's not me, says Donnie Girl's idea, until after I do something wrong, like talking about someone or agreeing with evil. I need to catch myself quicker.
Absolutely. You need to watch so you can catch quicker, and then you won't identify with those things, period. So just stay with it. Stay with it. Practice staying with it. You'll be fine. Thank you.
Charles bought a coffee. Hey, Jesse, did you see the answer that the Boston Celtics coach, Joe Mazzulla, gave the reporter who asked how he felt about being a black coach in the finals?
No, I did not. What did you say?
I don't know.
I did not see it. What did they say? Let me know. 888-7753-773.
Hey,
Thank you.
Pastor Chatelet asks,
Ask!
Which side are you, bigot, Hamas, or Israel? The pond likes bacon. Big smile, LOL. Real talk, if I got to pick a team, it's hashtag Team Christ.
Whatever. I don't understand what you're saying, but thank you.
Nice.
Amazing. Thank you.
And thank you, guys. I do believe that is all for now.
Amazing.
Oh, no, there's one. My bag.
My bag.
Here in spirit, donated a diamond on D-Live. Jason is a huge WNBA fan. Color me surprised.
He knew all about him.
I know.
What the?
Nice.
I never, of all the years talking to Jason, he never knew anything, but he knows the WNBA thing. Amazing.
Nice.
From New York. 888-7753-773. Let me go to Andrew from Pennsylvania. Let's see here. Andrew, welcome to the show. You're on the air. Hold on, Andrew.
So listen, I like the way you're linking the jealousy to all the evilness and especially the girls in the NBA. I would take it a step further and say that all the evilness, including jealousy, comes from pride. And I can tell you firsthand that the black woman is full of pride. Not all, but most are so full of pride. That's where the evilness comes out from. And I know you're going to have a field day with me, Jesse, but I'm actually married to a Jamaican woman. She black.
Are you white?
And, yeah.
And how did that happen?
Love, right? I married for love.
You married for love, and does she obey you?
No, sir. No, she does not.
Why did you marry? Why did you marry a woman that would not obey you?
Because when we were married, I was beta. Now I'm alpha, and things are different.
But if you're alpha, why? How is it that she's not obeying you now? Then?
Well, okay. So you got two choices, right? She obeys you, or you put her out. None of those things are very easy to do.
Why not?
Well, because I can't make her do things.
I can't make you love me.
That's right.
If you don't,
you know, Jesse,
why,
do you know anything about Jamaican women?
Why can't you put her out?
Because I can't do that.
I thought you said you were alpha male.
I am. Does that mean you put out women?
How are you alpha male and you can't put out a disobedient wife?
Because you have to work with people. They don't instantly change the way you want them to. We can't. People are not on remote control. You can't make them be any sort of way. You have to work with them, teach them.
Who told you that?
Who told me that?
Yeah.
Common sense tells you that.
Common sense told you have to work with people?
Yes, you do. Yeah.
What common sense told you that?
From experience.
But how can you work with someone when they don't want to change?
You show them. That's what teaching's all about. Some lessons are real hard.
How can you show them or work with someone that don't want to change?
Teaching them. When the situation comes up,
how can you
show them?
How can you teach someone that don't want to change or doesn't want to change?
The answer's not going to change no matter how many times you say it. It's still the same answer.
But your idea that you can work with someone or teach someone that doesn't want to be taught doesn't make sense. Even God doesn't
changes at some point.
Even God doesn't bother anyone that don't want or doesn't want to change. He leave you right in your hell, and he'll let you die in your hell.
That's not true at all, Jesse. No.
That is absolutely true.
God sends prophets and preachers to send the word to you.
No, he doesn't.
Most people, yeah, he sure does. He sure does. A lot of people are saved by the preached word.
You don't know anyone who's saved by a preached word. Not one.
That's my personal testimony, and I know lots of people that are saved by the preached word.
But are you saved by the preached word?
Yes, sir.
But you can't. Right. But you married to a disobedient woman, and you can't put. Do you have children with her?
No.
And you're married to a disobedient woman, who you can't put out, and yet God teach you the word. What the?
We were married before I was saved.
But yeah, she's giving you hell.
I didn't know any better. You got to understand.
I understand that part on you. I understand that on your part, that Joy. I understand that on your part, but
you're ignorant until one day you learn.
But she might not ever learn.
Learning is.
She might not want to learn.
It's not up to me as to when that day is.
I said she might not want to learn.
Usually people don't.
But anyway, you don't have to put her out. I'm just messing with you. Don't put her out. Let her suffer.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna put her out.
All right. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. 888-7753-773. Who is this from on one? Kristen, welcome to the... Oh, hold on, Kristen. His thing all messed up. His phone messed up. Let me go to Ovidiu out of Romanian. Ovidiu, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hi, Jesse. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome.
I want to ask you about being alone because I see as I'm overcoming the fallen state is that I no longer need to, go to events and parties and whatever. And it's just like I like to have a job, just a simple job, and spend a lot of time at home. And I'm not even focusing myself on the relationship. So what do you think about that?
It's fine. It's absolutely fine. If you can't live alone, stand alone, you're never going to be able to stand with God.
Yes, I'm not even interested in meaningless relationships.
Right.
And spending a lot of time just in solitude. And
well,
so there's nothing wrong with that.
Well, no, nothing wrong with that. Just continue to seek the kingdom of God. Put that first before anything or anyone. And whatever is meant for you to have in life, you will have it naturally. It will come naturally.
Yeah, it will come naturally. Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
you don't have to look for it. You don't have to worry about it. You just work on returning to the truth and go to work and live your life and take it one step at a time.
Should I socialize with people?
If that's what you want to do. But just don't do it to get an identity from it. Go out and socialize if you want to, have fun. And when the fun is over, go on to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing.
Okay, thank you so much, man, for advice.
You're welcome, buddy. Amazing. Thank you.
Have a good one.
You too. 888-7753. Let me go to Georgia. Georgia on my mind. And talk to Jerry. Jerry, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
What to do, Jesse?
I'm sorry?
I said, what's going on, man?
Oh, all is well, Jerry. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, quick comment I just want to say is it's cool to talk to somebody, talk to you, because you are aware and you understand what's going on in the world. It's very hard to communicate with people.
It sure is.
When you communicate with people, it's just like my friends. I think the people in power, whoever it is, they got it set up in a way where even if you do speak the truth is crazy to people. So it make it seem like you're crazy. So it's like you kind of mess up in the head because you start thinking like, man, am I crazy? Because I'm not believing what everybody else is believing. You know what I'm saying?
I do. But what you got to understand is that God, the Father,
right.
He only give wisdom. He only give the truth to those who want it. He's not going to preach at you. He's not going to impose on you or anything, but only for those who want it.
Right, you're right, and that's why I don't ever go to nobody. I don't ever try to enforce or anything like that. But even the ones that ask questions, when you give them the answers, they can't accept it. It's like I don't go to nobody and try to preach or do anything like that. But I wanted to talk about I wanted to answer the biblical question, but first I wanted to say that I know you're a little secret.
Men or women?
Well, that's really, I don't even know why this is a question. I don't know. You know, the men are going to say the woman and the women are going to say the men. But at the end of the day, you feel me? Men underestimate themselves, right? Men don't know who they are. As a
So
man, they
who
don't
would
know who they
dumber?
are.
Who would dumber first? Who would dumber?
Okay,
Who's dumber? Men or women?
The woman. First of all, the woman. It's not even a no-brainer. All the men in the chat, we can all agree that it's the woman. I mean,
Why do you say the woman? Why do you say the woman is dumber?
Because number one, we built the world. We built everything. We built everything. Man built it. So, and if women are so smart, Jesse, why is it the man? Why do we have to come into the woman and get them out of their hell? Why do we have to tell them what to be aware of? Because that's what the man's job is to do, is to get them out of their hell. If they so smart, why do we have to correct them? Why do we have to tell them, no, babe, you can't do this. No, babe. Why do we have to tell them these things if they're so smart? And on top of that, Jesse, Jesse, that bitch Eve ate the apple. Only a dumb person would eat the apple. Now, with that being said, the man underestimates themselves. The men don't know who they are. But when it comes to that woman, and you know what women got, when it comes down to that, men are stupid. When it comes to that,
So are you saying men? Are you saying? Calm down for a minute. Are you saying men are dumber or women are dumber?
Women are dumber. But what I'm saying is, women are dumber, and but I'm saying men are they don't know who they are. But when it comes to the woman, though, they are dumb. But the women are still dumb. You get what I'm saying? When it comes to that booty, men don't think straight at all. We lose all. We just.
If men were, and I put my 2 cents in on Sunday. I'm just trying to get clarification as to what you're saying. If you're saying that men are smarter than women,
right?
But on one hand, you're saying it sounds like you're saying that men are smarter than women, but on the other hand, it sounds like you're saying that women are smarter.
Oh hell, we all dumb as hell, Jesse.
No, but who is dumber?
The woman. To me, okay. I'm gonna just say women are dumber because the women are not as aware as to what a man and God is supposed to be, and they're by far the weaker vessel.
But let me do this because your phone is messing up. Thank you for putting your 2 cents in on it. Thank you for responding to the biblical question, and I would put my 2 cents on. But we have it getting bad vibes from your phone. It's like
okay.
Call me again though. Thank you, man.
Okay, no problem.
All right, buddy. Amazing. 888-775-3773. There's a line open. Let me go and try Kristen. I was talking to Kristen, right? Kristen again, a first-time caller out of Maryland. Kristen.
Hey, what's going on, Jeff?
Okay, that's better. Go ahead.
Hey, long time listening to you. You know what I'm saying? I consider you one of my favorite trolls. I can't say I agree with everything that you said.
What's a troll?
You make a lot of points.
What's a troll?
Man. You know what a troll is by now.
What is it?
You done heard it 1,000 times.
I have heard the word, but how am I a troll?
You say stuff to get reactions.
No, I don't. I never do that.
I've fallen state and all that, Jesse. You got your moments, man. You got your moments. But either way,
I know that I am aware that people do overreact, but I don't intentionally do that because I want people to stop overreacting so that they can be free and have a real life.
Yeah, no, I understand that. That's what I get about you at the end of the day. But it's like, once they feed into it, it's like you kind of egg them on a little bit more when you know they going to overreact. But either way. But I'm really calling about the whole Caitlin Clark situation.
Oh yeah, can you hold for me, Chris? I will take your call right after this short break. All right.
All right, no problem.
I'll come back to you. 888-775-3773. 888-77-JESSE. We have a counseling service, and I have to admit, thanks to God, it is the best counseling service on this side of heaven. I counsel with men and women, families, individuals around the world. Most people are unhappy, they're miserable, they have rough lives, they're depressed, suicidal, young and old, of all races. I understand, I know why, and I do understand it. Because exactly what's happening in me is happening with everybody outside of me, inside of them. And I've noticed that with those who really, really, really want to understand, they overcome it just like that, out of one counseling session. If you need counseling, you can go to rebuildingtheman.com or call 800-411-2663. 800-411-BOND. Best counseling service on this side of heaven. Okay, welcome back. 888-7753-773. One line open. Couple announcements. Number one, hurry, run, don't walk. Rush. Get your White History t-shirt or shirts. White History is in July, and you know how fast time goes by, and people have been asking for the shirts. They're there now. Go to rebuildingtheman.com, rebuildingtheman.com, or julyfeelswhite.com, julyfeelswhite.com, and check out all of our merch at rebuildingtheman.com/store, right? Amazing merch there. But get your shirts. And for personal shout-outs, birthdays, weddings, anniversaries, any celebration, congratulations, I will do them for you. Go to cameo.com/Jesse Lee Peterson. Cameo, cameo.com/Jesse Lee Peterson. The Hake Report is coming up at 9 a.m. The Hake, Hake report.com from 9 to 11 a.m. Pacific time. And after the Hake, Hake, Joel Friday, he black. Joel Friday TV at 11 a.m. Pacific time. You don't want to miss it. And after Joel Friday, the American Anchor Baby. Natural energy, lots of energy. The American Anchor Baby at 12 noon Pacific time. And you can podcast all the shows, all right? And don't forget to go to subscribe and follow us on the JLP Radio Network on YouTube and Instagram. JLP Radio Network on YouTube and Instagram. All right? Do it now. Do it now. What clip? Oh, we have a clip for that? Let me see it. I'm not aware of it. Do we have a promo for that? Oh, okay. I'm sorry? They talking to me in my headset, folks. You have it? Okay. Here we go. Are y'all chivalrous?
I do all right.
You chivalrous?
I think so. Why you having so hard?
James, are you chivalrous?
A little.
But though he says it like it's a negative. It's not negative.
Are you chivalrous, Anchor Baby?
Yeah, actually.
You chivalrous?
Yeah, no, I am chivalrous,
Right
but not
on,
in the way
Nick.
you think. No, don't put your arm
Oh,
up.
come on.
No, you don't understand me, man.
But for the car, you don't do that for the sister. That's weird.
Nobody.
Nobody,
You
not
go-
even a date?
You go on that side, you get in. I'm on this. I'm driving.
You got hands.
That's right. Oh, God. JLP Network. Building a 24-hour radio network, one person at a time. Amazing. And we have several people who want to be a part of the network. Don't worry, some of you are going to hear from us. Amazing. Anyway, support us on social media as well. Like, follow, ring the bell on X, JLP Talk on X, and Instagram, Jesse Lee Peters on Instagram. Let me go quickly back to Christian, a first-time caller out of Maryland. He wanted to comment on the basketball situation with Caitlin Clark. Christian, go ahead.
Yeah, because I know you already said y'all not, well, you really not that familiar as far as, with like female basketball and all of that right now.
Right.
And Caitlin Clark, like I said, her hype is up there because she definitely is a great marketing tool, I think, for the WNBA. But overall, as far as the jealousy thing goes, as far as statistics and things like that, with her being the actual best, as far as rookies go, she's having a breakout rookie season. But then you have Asia Smith, who was a WNBA player, who actually has probably some of the best stats in WNBA history at the moment. Is what I was telling your producer.
Is she the woman that trying to knock down Caitlin?
I don't think that was Asia, no.
Oh,
I don't think
okay.
that was Asia.
All right.
But Asia Smith, she plays. So I said she, basically she has some of the best stats in WNBA history right now. As far
Who
as
is better?
A great player. It would be Asia Smith. Honestly, it would be Asia Smith.
So
Now, as far as
if that's
rookies
true,
go,
why are the black female jealous of Caitlin?
I mean, I don't think it's a black or white thing. If anything, it's definitely a basketball thing.
But
'Cause
most
they
of
do
the
same
attack,
thing.
most of the
No, 'cause they
attack
do
are
the-
coming from black women toward Caitlin. If they can play, why are they jealous of Caitlin?
I don't consider it a jealousy thing as far as the actual players, especially with her team record and things like that. Like when you got other teams, like you said, it's a team game. So what she does individually really doesn't affect, as far as what the teams want to get accomplished, I would say.
So when that
Overall.
black girl went over to Caitlin and pushed her down, knocked her down,
That was definitely a hazing thing.
Was that out
I
of
consider
love?
that
Was that out of love or jealousy?
It was definitely, if you want to consider that, if you're going to come give me those two options, love or jealousy, I'm definitely going to say it's out of love. It's a hazing thing.
Now,
It's a
she
hazing
knocked her
thing.
down out
When
of love?
rookies- Yeah, when rookies come
You
to
deliberately
sports,
walk on over to a person
yeah,
and you
it's a
deliberately
hazing thing.
knock them down, and you call that love?
I don't know if you're familiar with hazing, but this is something they do with it happens in everything, rather sports, school.
No,
anything.
but
You're a freshman.
this incident was deliberate. It wasn't like they were trying to jump up and get a ball.
No, but that's the point.
Or
No,
it
but that's the
wasn't
point of
like
hazing. Hazing is deliberate though. When you hazing and basically doing something towards somebody like hazing, like I said, it happens in all forms outside of sports too. It happens when freshmen come to high school, the seniors haze the freshmen and deliberately mess with the freshmen, pull pranks on them, do stuff like that. And they're not jealous of the freshmen. Because they smart in school, they messing with.
But
the
this
freshmen
is, I
because they
understand
freshmen.
what you're saying, but this appeared to be a deliberate
Right, that's what
attack.
hazing is a deliberate act. I am saying that. I'm saying that hazing is a deliberate act. But as far as it being out of jealousy, hazing isn't a thing out of jealousy. Hazing is something that you do with newer players, especially with her coming to the league. Like when in the NFL they do that. If you're a rookie football player and when you get the ball for the first time, that more experienced lineman, he's going to try to knock your helmet off if he can the first time he get his hands on
So
you.
if a
As hard
white
as he can, just so he can be like, hey, welcome to the NFL.
If a white girl had gone over and knocked over a black girl that's was really doing
It would-
well
if-
in the
if
game.
she was a rookie- if she was a rookie, it would be the same thing.
Hold on a minute. Would you call that love or
I would still call it the same thing. I would still call it the hazing rituals
I
that happen and everything.
I guarantee you, had
I
that
would
been
definitely
a
still call it the same thing.
maybe
The same
you
way they
would.
used to
I'm
do with
not.
Michael
Hold
Jordan.
on a minute.
Yeah.
Hold on. Maybe you would. I understand you saying you would, but I guarantee you, had a white girl went over and deliberately, it seemed to be deliberate, do that to a black girl, they would be crying racism. They would make her leave the team.
I don't think so. Because it happens
Yeah,
in
if
the
a
NBA
white
lot,
girl
too.
did that to a black girl, I guarantee you she would be called racist and she would have to quit the team.
I doubt that.
Why?
I seriously doubt that.
Why you
Just
doubt that?
Because it's been happening in sports for years. Caitlin Clark is not the first person to experience what she's experiencing in sports in general.
No,
Like,
yes,
brother, black, white.
this is new.
No, she's not. This is not new, Jesse. This is definitely not no new situation. This has been happening in sports for years. They did that with Michael Jordan when he came to the league. The Detroit Pistons was beating Jordan all up and down the court when he was playing perfectly.
They were knocking him down like that?
Yeah, they would knock him down. They were everything. They would literally attack. They literally had a game plan for that. I forgot what they called it at the time when it happened, but they had a name for it. They actually did that. Every time Jordan came on the court, whether it was a white player, black player, if it was Jordan, the Detroit Pistons, that's how they got the name the Bad Boys that year, that team with the Detroit Pistons. They did the same thing to Jordan because he was that good. Everybody know how good Jordan was. So when Jordan came to the league, they did that, and they was messing with him. They was knocking him down. He go to try to lay it up. They want to purposely undercut him, his legs, and knock him down and try to really hurt him. This happened. It's been happening. It happened to Jordan.
Was it called Jordan Rules?
It was called something.
Michael Jordan Rules, I'm told.
Yeah, but they did it to him, and it's been happening for years in sports.
So let me
that's
ask you
why I don't look
this,
at it.
Chris, and then I understand that you're not seeing it that way, but if it was, I understand you're saying that you see it the way you're seeing it, but that's not the attitude of most of the blacks. They are seeing it as this is a white girl that because she's white, she's getting a lot of attention. They say some people say she's tall, white, and beautiful, and they're saying she'll get a lot of attention because you went down the road, and then the road was crowded, and then the road fell apart.
She's like Peyton Manning. She's not
and
pretty,
then the
but,
road was yellow, and then they call it the yellow brick road. But what do you think about those blacks that are saying that she's getting all this attention because she's white, tall, and beautiful?
Well, one, she's not beautiful. Two, you know what I'm saying, as far as
but that's not the question, though.
That's
That's not the question. The question is, what do you think about the blacks who are saying that Caitlin is getting all this attention because she's white, tall, and beautiful? What do you think about those blacks who are saying that?
The ones that are saying that,
Yeah.
I would assume they just don't know what they're talking about because, for one, there's taller and more pretty white girls in the
So are you
WNBA.
saying that she's not getting the attention because she's white, tall, and beautiful?
Exactly. It's a marketing tool because of what she did in college. It has nothing to do with her color.
All right.
She could have been any color. If she was that good in school as she was in any color. Same thing with Angel Reese. And
I don't know about no Angel Reese, but I know Caitlin.
Angel Reese is the
they
one that
giving
beat her in the
Caitlin
championship.
hell.
Yeah, Angel Reese is the one that actually won in the championship when they played each other. That was her main rival.
What
and
about
they had their first rematch?
What about the black? And then I got to run though. They won't let Caitlin play on the U.S. Olympic basketball team.
I mean, she didn't meet all the requirements.
And the committee is all black except for one.
Yeah, she didn't meet all the requirements because there's definitely five, or at least four. It's four white girls on the USA team, so we're not doing the color thing. There's definitely four white girls on the USA team.
Has she been black?
But there's four white girls on the USA team.
Has she been black and was as good as they say Caitlin is, Would she be going to the Olympic?
No, because Angel Reese didn't go neither.
No, I'm asking you about this girl. Would she be going?
If what?
If she were black.
If she didn't meet all the requirements, no, she wouldn't. Same way Angel Reese didn't, so she didn't go.
All right.
And
Thank
Angel
you,
Reese
Christian.
actually beat her. Yeah.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you. Thank you. I'm looking at the clock, so I got to move a little faster. Thank you. Cory is a first-time caller out of New York. Let's see here. Oh, wide awake. Cory, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hey, how you doing, man?
All is well.
Wonderful. So
Thank
I've
you
seen
for
your show
calling.
Hey, absolutely. Yeah, it's my first time calling. I just got a question for you, just a point of thought. So I believe that a lot of people now in the churches and in the world are being taught good morals, and what I'm seeing is they don't know the new birth. I believe Christians should know about the new birth and need to be born again. They need to come to repentance, because without the Holy Spirit, everything is done in vain. And I think many people are filled in the churches not having that discernment. And I believe they think the good morals and trying to live right by the law, but the law will damn them because they can't fulfill the law. And I think there's the mystery of iniquity somewhere in that, and the spirit of the world coming over people in like a wave. And I believe without that seal, without the protection of the Holy Spirit, which is the only way you can be born in Christ, you have to be born into Christ. And I believe a lot of people don't understand that, because I was born again February 2017. I gave my life to Christ in my back room, and he made my heart gentle like a child again, and I could understand the word, and I was hungry for it, and my whole life changed. And now I believe I'm estranged from Jesus. I was a backslidden Christian. I believe I might have been a castaway, or so be it, but I didn't call to say that. What I did call to say is the Lord taught me and chastised me heavily, supernaturally, and I believe the world needs to know they need to come to repentance. They need the new birth.
Cory,
Cory. Yeah, yeah.
I have no idea what you're talking about, so let's bring it down a little bit. You said that the world needs to know what now? Just that. They need to know what?
They need to know to be born again into Jesus Christ.
And how are you born again into Jesus Christ?
By being saved, by repentance, by coming to Jesus with a contrite heart and a broken spirit, ready to turn from how you live.
And how are you? I don't understand what you're saying, but I'm gonna try. So, have you been born again?
Yes, but I believe I was a Christian that was estranged.
How do you know that you have been born again?
How do you know that you know? That's a great question, Peter. I would say that the way you know you're born again is by how you live.
How does Cory know that he's been born again?
Oh, I would love to explain how that happened. So
not how it happened, but how do you know that you've been born again?
Probably from the experiences happening right after that moment of getting my heart to Christ.
You gave your heart to Christ?
Yes, but I had to believe that he died for my sins, and I had to believe that he rose on the third day with my whole heart. I had to believe that with repentance.
And how did you do that?
I don't know. My heart was just becoming drawn to him. And the Bible says that God the Father draws us towards Jesus Christ. So, I mean, it takes your own free will. You have the free will to come to Christ, but we'll all come to Christ.
The Bible said that God the Father takes you toward Jesus?
Yes.
And
the Father draws you towards the Son. Yes.
Amazing. And do you have anger?
Yeah, absolutely. I would say so, and I believe it's unrighteous anger.
So
absolutely.
How has your heart changed if you still have anger?
Well, I believe I was a fallen away Christian. I had the new birth.
No, that's not what I asked you. I asked you how have you your heart changed if you still have anger?
Well, when it did change, I didn't have anger anymore. From having anger every day.
Do you have anger now?
Yes.
And you said that you've been born again because your heart changed, right?
Well, that was 6 years ago.
I'm talking about now. In your new birth, your little new birth. Did you say your heart changed?
Yes, but
and so how did it change if you still have anger?
Well, I got to be able to explain that to you.
But you said you still have anger, so it didn't change.
Well, it can change back.
Change back from what to what?
You can be a saved Christian and lose your salvation. Absolutely.
Where you get that from?
It's in the Bible.
No, it's not.
You believe you can be saved forever?
That's not in the Bible. Where you get that? Why you say that's in the Bible? That's not in the Bible.
Because it says if you walk after the Spirit and not after the flesh, but you still have the free will to walk after the flesh, and many can still do that. We have the book. What is it?
Cory.
Yes.
Can you be, when you're born of your mother, from your mother,
yes,
can you go back into her womb and be reborn again?
No, you can't, but you can be kicked out.
Okay, and so when you are born of the Spirit of God, can you be unborn of the Spirit of God?
No, but you can be rejected.
So if you can't be unborn of the Spirit of God, what are you talking about?
Well, you're kind of you're kind of making it a little different than it is. Yes, you can be born again in the Spirit, but your spirit can still die once you're saved. You have to feed that spirit.
Cory, can you be unborn?
I just don't want people to be deceived.
Cory,
I don't want people to be deceived.
Can you be unborn of the Spirit of God?
I believe you can lose your salvation.
Can you be unborn of the Spirit of God?
I can't answer that wording. The wording's not proper. I can't.
Well, that's how you asked it in the Bible. And when you're born of your mother, can you go back into the womb and be born again? No.
Are you a Calvinist?
When you're being born of the Spirit of God, can you be unborn of the Spirit of God? No. Where are you getting this idea that you can be unborn?
Because Jesus says that he is the vine and we are the branches.
I ain't talking about that, man. How can you be...
But that all has to do with this, sir.
Cory.
Yes.
You still have anger of the heart, which is evil, which is of the devil, right?
Well, yeah, but can a Christian ever lie again?
Cory, you still
I feel like you're trying to trick me, and I'm trying to have a real good faith conversation with you, sir.
Cory, you still have the same old evil heart, salvations of the heart. Your heart has not changed, right?
Well, if you called me 7 years ago, I could have. It would have been changed.
We ain't talking about no 7 years. We're talking about now.
Well, I believe I could have lost my salvation. So, yeah, I believe that's all true.
You just said you've been reborn again of God, right?
Yes.
But yet you have a wicked heart.
Well, no, you can feed that new heart back with your old desires again. Sir, it says it right in the Bible. I don't want to see people. Too many souls on the line, sir.
Hey! You still have a wicked heart, right?
I feel like you're trying to trick people here now, sir.
No, I'm talking about you. I'm asking you, not people, but you.
Are you saying, okay, let me ask you a question.
Call me on Bible Thumping Thursday. I ain't got time to be playing with you. I'm looking at the clock. Super Jack is coming as Hake. Come in. Call me on Bible Thumping Thursday, Cory. I ain't got no more time to be playing with you. This mess. Super Jack. You just going from Cory to his side.
It's me, Xenia.
Super Chat
says, can't wait to get my July Just Feels White
July Just Feels White. Amazing.
Indeed. Shout out to It's Me, Xenia. Thank you. Thanks, hands, cross, American flag. The key bought a copy.
You.
The unfolding of your words gives light. It gives understanding to the simple. Psalm 119, 130.
Amazing. Thank you.
Greenwall with a diamond. Why are you nice to some Fallen State guests and mean to others?
I'm never mean. What now? But thank you.
And thank you, guys. I do believe that is all for now.
Wow, perfect timing. Cory, make sure you call me again with your little Bible thumping stuff on Thursday. I'll be back straight to the cause after this break. Hate news, not the fake news. I'll be back in a moment.
Question. I want to thank you so much. The silent prayer. You know, I'm 50 years old. At home, we have a 16-year-old, 14-year-old, and a 10-year-old. And I got to tell you, introducing the silent prayer to my family, instead of just sitting down and saying the same old prayer over and over again before we eat our meal, to just be silent, bringing all thoughts into captivity. Brother, that has been such a huge blessing in our lives. I just want to encourage anyone to try that out. It's amazing to look around after we've done our silent prayer before we eat, to see the excitement in my kids' faces, like, oh yeah, Dad, I had a bunch today. Or the other one will be like, yeah, you know, I had a couple things that I've been thinking about. It really takes root, Jesse, and so I want to thank you so much, and ever since then, it's been absolutely amazing. So Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Tony. Stay with it, stay with it, stay with it. You're going to know God and his love. It's going to be amazing, man.
Supreme Court justices and one of them's wife was caught in secret recordings by some liberal woman. And there's mess going on with hurricanes. The FEMA's running out of money. Oh, I shouldn't laugh. And there's an Alzheimer's drug and other mess going on in the world. This is the end of hour 2 of the Jesse Lee Peterson Show. It is Tuesday, Country and Western Tuesday, June 11th, AD 2024. There is one line open. You can call in right now during Hake News, Not Fake News, to get on hold, to get on air with JLP, 1-888-775-3773. And Jesse will be right back to the calls. But first, Hake News, Not Fake News. After the Jesse Lee Peterson Show, the Hake Report, and then Joel Friday TV, and then American Anchor, baby. Maybe make sure that you follow JLP Radio Network on YouTube and Instagram as well. Some fun stuff with the experts in JLP. The far-left female-run outlet The Skim reports new audio recordings dropped on social media appear to tell the public how Justice Samuel Alito and Chief Justice John Roberts, the Rhino, really feel about the country's polarization and religion. Liberal documentary filmmaker woman Lauren Windsor secretly taped the justices at an annual dinner earlier this month. She was posing as a Catholic conservative, but really she's a degenerate liberal. At one point, Justice Alito appeared to endorse returning our country to a place of godliness. Ooh, the horror, right? And said one side or the other is going to win when asked about the country's polarized politics. As for Rhino Chief Justice John Roberts, when asked about whether the court should guide America toward a more moral path, he quickly responded with, "I think the role for the court is deciding the cases." Of course, typical Rhino. Alito's comments in the audio recordings come as questions over the justices' impartiality, as if they care about impartiality. They want him to be dumb liberals, like the rest of them are. Have been in front and center. Remember the controversy over his wife's flags that she flies at his houses? What a mess. And he can't stop her, allegedly. It's left many wondering how he can be fair when it comes to high-profile and potentially life-altering cases. If Christians are fair, and so are whites, and he's white and Christian. On abortion, guns, and our greatest president's immunity claims. Rulings which are expected later this month. Meanwhile, this Windsor woman, what's her first name, Lauren, who's known for approaching high-profile conservatives, she defended the secret recordings amid criticism, saying the court is shrouded in secrecy, as if that's a bad thing, and has been unaccountable. Dumb woman. But that's okay. Justice Alito's wife was also recorded, and she said who knows what. You can find out by checking out The Hill, I guess. Anyway, hurricane season in the U.S. has been rocked by numerous weather disasters this year. Left a staggering price tag. The forecasters say it could get worse this summer. Climate experts say that FEMA, the nation's so-called disaster relief agency, is expected to run out of money before hurricane season is over. The U.S. has been thrashed with 11 extreme weather disasters, according to CNN Common Nonsense Network, with costs exceeding $1 billion so far this year, with a total price tag of $25.1 billion, tied for the second most such disasters on record. Data shows now that the relief fund could slip into the red by the end of summer, more than $1.3 billion shortfall in August. FEMA told Common Nonsense they're working with Congress, continuing to ensure sufficient funding is available. The 2024 Atlantic hurricane season runs from June 1st to November 30th. So watch out for those hurricanes, you people back east. Normally we don't get them, except for Hurricane Hillary, where the blacks swam around in the flooded streets. Don't recommend that. Alzheimer's drug. The FDA advisors voted Monday to endorse some Alzheimer's drug as safe and effective. I've heard that phrase before. Watch out when you hear them call something safe and effective. Eli Lilly, early stage Alzheimer's drug donanemab. Donemab, safe and effective according to a FDA advisory panel. I'm James Hake. Now back to JLP, Hour 3.
To stand up strong, face the truth about themselves, to understand what went wrong. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way to stand up, stand up.
Uniting the races with truth instead of dividing them with lies. We're also rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. I am Jesse Lee Peterson. Welcome to the third hour of the show already. Isn't that amazing? The third hour of the show already. You can get involved by calling 888-7753-773, 888-77-JESSE, Jesse, Jesse. My biblical question for this week, and it's a doozy. My biblical question: who's dumber, men or women? Who's dumber, men or women? Isn't that an amazing question? Yes, Jesse, that is an amazing question.
Amazing.
Amazing. Amazing responses from it, too. It's interesting. You can get involved by calling, and there's one line open, 888-7753-773, 888-77-JESSE, Jesse, Jesse. And to donate and have your comments read out loud, go to Buy Me a Coffee, buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk, buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk. And JLP Bond Cash App. JLP Bond Cash App, something like that. JLP Bond Cash App. Oh, Jesse Lee Peterson Bond Cash App. Something like that. Bond JLP Cash App. Thank you. What? And also, if you are busy and you can't listen to the show live right now, go to call on your iPhone or iPad, call 605-615-4131. 605-615-4131. All right. Just before the break, we were out in the office there, and I was listening to this song. I was born by the river in a little old tent. And just like that river, I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I knew a change gon' come. Oh, yes, it will. I was just listening to that.
Amazing.
It's stuck. It's been too hard living, but I'm afraid to die. I don't know what's up there beyond the sky. It's been a A long time coming, but I knew a change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. If you work on yourself, a change will come. Anyway, I divert. What I do, James? Digress. Amazing. It's Thursday. No, it's not. It's Tuesday. And every Tuesday is Country and Western Tuesday. Bring back, oh, bring back my country to me. Bring back, oh, bring back my country. What dog? Who let the dogs out? Amazing. Nice. In the first hour today, I showed the jealousy of the black females on basketball players. They're jealous of Caitlin Clark. And as a result of being jealous of Caitlin Clark because she's tall, pretty, and white. There it is. Speaking of White History Month, she called tall, pretty, and white. So I've heard that from the blacks before. And so they're really jealous. They're knocking her down on the court unnecessarily. They just don't. And so if you missed that first hour today, you can podcast and hear that. But before I go back to the phones, I have more proof of jealousy from the blacks toward Caitlin. And the blacks, not all, but most are jealous of the whites. That's just everything. They blame the whites for everything. They blame the whites for everything. So I want to quickly. I got another example of the black women jealous of Caitlin Clark. I wonder what Caitlin think about this when she get home, and she take off her big old shoes and her big old basketball suit, and then she sit down and she think, those got on my nerve today. They so jealous. I want to show you another example of the blacks being jealous of Caitlin. This is from a female by the name of Angel Reese, I guess. Angel Reese says that history will also remember her. Ain't that something? You know you're jealous when you got to say that. History will also remember her for bringing attention to the WNBA. Watch this.
And if I want to be that, and I know I'll go down in history, I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that.
Now I rest my case. She's jealous. History's gonna remember me too. Who speak that way? You know there's ego. That's jealousy. Ain't nobody gonna remember you when you're gone, not even your mama. History. I want one more quick time. That was so nice, I think I played it twice. Watch this. This is an example of the black females being jealous of the tall, pretty white girl basketball player. Watch this. This is Angel Reese, and she says, Angel Reese, and she says that history will also remember me for bringing attention to the NBA. Who speak that way? Who cares? And I got that from X Watch this.
And if I want to be that, and I know I'll go down in history, I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that.
Wow. Her mama need to whoop her. Sit down, girl. Why are you saying that? Don't speak that way. I'm just saying. That's jealousy and envy and revenge. Angel Reese is 6'3", according to, not Angel, that girl over there? Angel Reese is 6'3", and Caitlyn is 6, according to Google. And Caitlyn still beating her? Huh? I can't hear you.
I don't know. Is Caitlin Clark beating Angel Reese? I know that she's beating her in the attention.
She don't like it. She's like, yeah, I know I'm gonna be remember.
She couldn't even say Caitlin Clark's name. She said it's not just because of one person. It's because of me too.
What a man! Jealousy is not good for your soul, folks. You suffer when you're jealous. Let me go to that was Hake, by the way. In case y'all wonder who that was guy. Ashley is a first-time caller out of California. Let's see here. Ashley, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hi, Jesse.
Hi, Ashley. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
All is well.
So, my question for you is, first of all, I forgave my father and my mother, and I've been doing the silent prayer.
Right on.
Multiple times a day, and and I think at first it seems like everything is going really good, a lot more calmness, and then of course I see, I don't know exactly what you mean when you talk about the valley of the shadow of death, but it sure feels like I'm in it sometimes. So, and my question for you is, how do I make decisions when the only time I feel like making decisions is when it's like all emotion, like the devil is just like getting all crazy and stuff. And when I don't have that happening, it's like everything's fine and like nothing needs to be done about my life or, whatever's going on at the moment.
And what's going on in your life right now?
I miss my kids. I have 2 kids. And they're from 2 different baby daddies. And they're both with their dads full time. I was also wondering if I'm supposed to, go get them or not, or just let them go. And I'm also in a relationship that is mostly good almost all the time. But when it's not, it just, the devil be doubling.
Are you married?
That's my next question is, so we have a domestic partnership, and I was wondering, is that the same thing as marriage? Because, I took his last name, but there's no marriage ceremony. So
how you take your last name if you're not married?
Because we got the domestic partnership paperwork, which I guess was created back in the day when it was illegal for gays to get married, so they made a way.
Right, that's for 2 men or 2 women. How you get one? Are you married? Are you with a woman?
No.
And so how you get a domestic partnership there? What the? You're supposed to get man and wife, husband and wife. You got the wrong paper.
I know.
You need to go back.
Yeah. So it was just a signing of paper, and that was it. And then I'm not too sure exactly, but we just did it because it gets him on my benefits, and
you did.
And
that's why the gays do it, for benefits.
Yeah. And
What
also, if
the?
something happens in the hospital, you know, then that partner is legally seen as like, this is my partner, you know, like.
So
they're
I
allowed
did
to come
not
into the
know that a
emergency room.
man and a woman can get a domestic partnership thing. This is my first time
It's
hearing
super
this.
easy. Yeah, it's
Really?
super easy. Yeah.
Wow.
And we wanted to change our last name to I Am.
I am
But
what?
you can't change nothing. Just I Am.
Sounds like when they asked Jesus that, who are you? He said, I am.
And they're just sitting there looking at him all funny, like, what?
I am.
That's the first joke ever made.
Oh, what a mess.
Yeah,
Well,
it's a
anyway,
super
go ahead.
bad.
Your question for me is what? So are you living with this person?
Yes.
Are you happy living with them?
Most of the time, yes. But I am. Funny. I am, but like when the devil be devilin', I can feel what you mean when people say like nobody likes each other and like, you know, like I can hear all the thoughts and the blaming and the, you know, oh, it's you, and you know, like all that, oh, you know, all that.
Are you black?
Theatrics. Huh?
Are
Say
you
again?
black?
No.
You Mexican?
No.
You white?
Yeah.
What the?
Yeah.
Are you with a white man or a black man?
He's white. He looks white, but he's Cuban.
So you're not white?
Right, but he's taken for white like most of the time.
Oh, he passed for white?
Yeah.
Amazing.
And he's American, so I mean, he's like white to me, you know.
And so if you already have 2 kids by 2 different men, right? Why
Yeah,
are
he
you
has a
with
daughter,
another
too.
man and not married?
Well, because I fell in love.
So why do you marry him?
Because he didn't ask me, or I guess we agreed that we're married in our hearts, and you know, like
No, you
introduced
married
me
in
to you,
partnership
so-
for benefits.
that was, I mean, like that's just one of the reasons. Like it was, you know, I wanted to take his last name, you know, and
When
I don't know.
When God made the woman, He married them. Do you feel that you're married, or you just have a partner?
So whenever, like, I'm split because, you know, and Jesse, like a lot of things that I experience, I feel I can see the split, and so that's why, like, I kind of, that's where it goes back to like making decisions and not making decisions, because I just want to let the devil pass and like literally sit there and be like, not me, not me. And then after it passes, I don't know what to do. There's nothing to do, and everything's
That's beautiful. Yep, there's
Yeah.
nothing to do.
Yeah, no one to be, nothing to do, nowhere to go, and everything's good. And then, so that's why it's like, well, so I need your help with technicalities of marriage. I need to know, am I doing the right thing? Because I haven't seen my son. He's 6 years old since July or June last year.
And why haven't you seen him?
Yeah, the dad doesn't want me to come, and I mean I've come over there a few times, and he just kind of avoids me. And
Who, the son or the
you
father?
know, the dad. The son's only 6 years old. He doesn't know what's going on.
And so the father avoid you while you're over there?
Yeah, he doesn't. And then the last time I was like, he was gonna let me see him, but then I brought my mom, and that's when he's like, nope, I'm not, you know, not today. And I'm like, the hell?
Did he tell you? Did he tell you not to bring your mama?
No, I made the mistake of not telling him that I needed her to use her car, and then she wanted to come until like 15 minutes before the appointment. So.
Well, why did you just take the car without taking her?
Because at that point in my life, I still haven't realized, didn't really hit me that I need to do things on my own.
Oh, okay. I understand.
Yeah.
Amazing. And so your question for me is what?
Do I fight for these kids or not? I haven't been, and my family's like, you need to go to court, and you need to do this, and I'm like I fought so hard in court, and look at where it's gotten me. Nowhere, Here I am, and yeah. So I guess
you have a boy and a girl, right? 2 kids.
I do.
How old is the girl?
She's going to be 10 this month.
And when the last time you've seen her?
Before Thanksgiving last year.
Oh, okay. And your question for me is, first of all, don't be listening to your family. Your family is dumb.
Yeah.
All right.
Man, I see that.
What did your mother
All the
say?
big turns in my life have been listening to my mom.
Yeah.
I'm like, why'd you push me down this alleyway?
Yeah. Every time you listen to the woman, you will suffer.
Yeah.
She had 2.
That was old.
Your question for me is what?
Is a domestic partnership a marriage or not?
Oh.
I don't know why they keep saying it like that.
It's not a marriage.
So is marriage like it's the walking down of the aisle?
You know what a marriage is.
I do.
But why are you pretending you don't?
Because I still identify with the part that it wants to try to be like, well, what if I go around this way? And, technicalities, isn't it okay if I go over here? And it's like, nope.
You're pretending that you don't know what a marriage is because you want the man too badly. You want him too much. You're putting him before God. And when we put anything or anyone before God, it become our God, and that's what we want, and that's what we get, but we will never be at peace with it. You should not want this man or anyone or anything more than the truth.
And I feel like it's true because that feels like the scariest thing, like I can feel like the death right there. Like that for me is like right there. So scary.
But that's fine. You go to God in fear, but you still can't want the man or anything more than truth, what's right. Otherwise, you're going to always end up with a false God. It ain't going to work.
Yeah. He's the one that showed me you. He's the one that helped me, with a lot.
That's good, but still, you know what marriage is, and you got to want what's right and not continue on the path of doing the silent prayer, working on yourself, but don't lie to yourself that you don't know what a marriage is.
Right. And so my question for you is, do I go and get the kids or no?
Since you're not sure, what are you going to do with them if you get them? You're living with another man right now. That won't work for the children. You're not. It doesn't sound like you set up to take care of them on your own. Is that true?
No, I mean, I have my own job and stuff.
And the fathers of the children are not trying to keep you away, it sounds like. It's just that you're not doing the right thing to see the kids. Am I right?
Right. I think so, yeah. Because with Abrielle's dad, my daughter's dad,
Mm-hmm.
you know, he just said, I don't want her to, she needs to be over here with me, and because I was homeschooling her, and then he put her in school without telling me, and she lives 3 hours away. Like, both my kids live hours away, drive. So it's pretty far.
Here's what I reckon I suggest for you, but you do what you want. I would not worry about if the kids are doing fine with their fathers and you can see them when you want to. I would just work on me right now. I would do the silent prayer. You said, what did your mother say when you went and forgave her?
She had like a big breath, and she like started crying, and she's like, that was a big weight off my chest, and she's like, thank you so much.
Nice.
She said she felt like chains fell off of her. Yeah.
But here's what you do. Do the silent prayer. Watch yourself. Watch those thoughts. And if you stay with it, your mind will become clearer and clearer and clearer. And you will see what to do without even trying. You'll just know what to do, and it will happen naturally. So
we already know what to do, huh? It's just that we're so messed up because we know what to do, but we're fighting against it, right?
Absolutely. The ego is making
what's
you.
Happening.
That's a good point. The ego is making you fight for what the ego wants, and you're calling the ego you.
Yeah. Like I do already realize that I'm free. Like I realize that.
Yeah.
Like I can see it when I'm identifying with it. When I'm like, oh, and I can see it.
Yeah. Well, continue to work on that, and don't make any other decisions, right? So you can, those decisions, the right decision will be made for you. You'll just find yourself being right and doing right. It'll work out naturally. So for now, just continue to work on yourself.
Yeah. Okay. And then I wanted to tell you something really super cool. So my dad has Alzheimer's, and he lives in Alaska. And I haven't held a conversation with him in years. And I was like, I got to call my dad. I've got to forgive him and tell him that I'm sorry. And I called him, and I didn't expect him. I just expected to land on his ears and his body to hear it. But you know that there's nobody home.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, hey, Daddy, it's Ashley. Like, I just want to let you know that I forgive you for everything that happened. And I want to let you know that I'm so sorry for being mad at you. And I started breaking down crying. I know it's the devil, but started breaking down crying. And he came to, and he was like, hey, easy. And we had this whole conversation. He was trying to say, imagine someone on their deathbed, and they're they're trying to speak. And that's what it was like.
Beautiful.
And he was trying to say, I love you, baby. And I was crying, and I was like, Dad, we're free. We're always been free. And he's like, amen. It was so cool.
That's an amazing story. Very nice. Wow. Well, Ashley, you're on your way. You're doing fine. God is not holding anything against you. So just continue to work on just doing the silent prayer and watching those thoughts. And just don't run away from them. Watch them.
Okay. It's rough. Thanks, Jesse.
And don't even worry. The Father got your back.
Yeah, he does.
Amazing. So just stay with it. Don't worry about it, okay?
Okay. We will.
All right. Can you hold for me?
Yeah, I can hold.
Hold on 1 minute.
Okay.
888-775-3773. 888-77 Jesse. A quick break. Back in a moment. we have a counseling service, and I have to admit, thanks to God, it is the best counseling service on this side of heaven. I counsel with men and women, families, individuals around the world. Most people are unhappy, they're miserable, they have rough lives, they're depressed, suicidal, young and old, of all races. I understand, I know why, and I do understand it. Because exactly what's happening in me is happening with everybody outside of me, inside of them. And I've noticed that with those who really, really, really want to understand, they overcome it just like that, out of one counseling session. If you need counseling, you can go to rebuildingtheman.com or call 800-411-2663. 800-411-BOND. Best counseling service on this side of heaven. Okay. Amazing. Thank you, Ashley. Appreciate it. Work on yourself. That's all you can do now, for now, right? And the situation will work itself out. That's amazing. Announcement. The Hake Report is coming up at the top of this hour. The Hake, Hake report.com from 9 to 11 a.m. Pacific time. And after the Hake Report, Joel Friday, he black. Oh, I forgot to mention the treasure chest is now open on D-Live. Joel Friday TV, he black. Mending relationships at 11 a.m. Pacific time. You don't want to miss it. And after Joel Friday, the American Anchor Baby. Energy given to him by God. Given to him by God. Amazing? At 12 noon Pacific time. And don't forget to subscribe and follow us on the JLP Radio Network on YouTube and Instagram. Amazing things are happening and are in store for you. Y'all just don't know, as Joel Friday would say. Y'all just don't know. All right? And what else? Check out our merch. rebuildingtheman.com/store. rebuildingtheman.com/store. We have the T-shirts ready now. All shirts are ready, but we got those for White History Month. JulyFeelsWhite.com or rebuildingtheman.com. And make a donation while you're there, too, for my nonprofit, Bond, Rebuilding the Family by Rebuilding the Man. All right. Let me go quickly back to the phones and try to get as many calls as possible. Let me go to Talvin, a first-time caller out of California. Talvin, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Thank you, Jesse. Thank you, man.
You're
Appreciate
welcome.
That. How you doing?
All is well.
Absolutely. I had a comment earlier that you actually ended up answering for me, Jesse, at the beginning of the hour about the whole Caitlin Clark thing and about that other poor young lady who just seems to be so terribly jealous. I can't tell if it's a race thing or not, Jesse, but to openly attack somebody, and like I said, you already made the point at the top of the hour when you found that clip on X about her openly admitting that she wants more attention. And it's like, well, you just told on yourself right there.
Yeah.
And I find myself telling myself all the time, Jesse, and since listening to your show, I've realized so much more. So before I forget to, I wanted to thank you, man, because I guess from a very, very foggy perspective, it just seems like you're some kind of troll looking for attention. And if you just take some time to listen, it's like, wait a minute. I was I was tripping, man. So I just wanted to take time to say thank you, man.
You're welcome.
I can't say that I have ever thought that myself, but I've heard so much negative things about you before I even took the time to tune into the show, man. It's pretty crazy, and I'm just very grateful for that. So I wanted to say thank you.
You're welcome.
You already answered my question. I mean, kind of alluded to the comment about the jealousy amongst the Caitlin Clark issue. Again, I don't know if it's a race thing or not.
That's all it is. It's jealousy. It's not racism. There's no such thing as racism because it's of the heart. If your heart is angry and evil, then you're an evil male or female. If your heart has changed from anger to love, then you're a decent man, male or female. It's of the heart, and those women are jealous of Caitlin. It's jealousy. That's why they want to hurt her.
I think so, too. I mean, she didn't even have the ball in her hands, and you're attacking her. And basketball is a contact sport, but basketball isn't meant to be a contact sport. Basketball is not football. It's not rugby. And there are fighting sports out there with women fighters. I'm a huge fan of mixed martial arts myself, where women actually hit each other in the face for a sport. And I know these girls aren't trying to do that, man. I mean, these some big old Amazonian women, but they're not doing that shit. I mean, not that they couldn't, and not that I am either. But my point being is that that's not even part of the sport. So I think when a part of your ego gets so involved where, I mean, it's just telling on itself over and over again. And that clip about her, I had heard that before early in the week. My bad, Jess. I heard that clip about her saying, they're going to remember me too. I'm like, well, there you go right there, man.
Yeah.
Like, that's your ego. That's your ego telling on itself. So.
100%. And I guarantee you, if Caitlin was a black woman, black female playing good and doing exactly what she's doing now, they would not be treating her that way.
I probably have to agree with that. Especially the climate of the sport of basketball and high-level sports in general. I probably have to be inclined to agree on that. I just want to make this funny little comment, though, Jesse. It ain't because she's tall, white, and pretty, man. Caitlin ain't ugly, bro, but I've seen much more beautiful-looking women. I just wouldn't go with the
But that's
man.
what they're saying.
She seems to have a beautiful spirit.
That's what they're saying about her because they're jealous of her. Oh, she's tall, she's white, and she's pretty. That's why they treated her that way. They're just saying that because they're jealous of her.
Yep, they're jealous of her spirit. They're jealous of her fire and her willingness to get pushed down and keep going and not get mad back. And I feel like they can't figure it out.
Right.
Like, what is this girl? Like, why is she so happy? I don't get it.
Absolutely.
And it's inside them. When they look in the mirror, they figure it out, man. But you got right to it before I could, Jesse, man. But I'm really glad to be on your show right now, dude. I'm not trying to get off or anything. I just wanted to say that, man.
Thank you for calling, man. I appreciate it. Call me again, all right?
Thank you, Jesse. Appreciate you. Have a great day, man.
You too, buddy. 888-7753-773. Let me go to Ty out of Ohio. Ty, welcome to the show. You're on the air. Oh, did I hang up on? I don't know if I accidentally hit the wrong button. I apologize, Ty. If that was the case, it might be your phone.
What the?
What the? Let me go to Bonnie. No, Bonnell. Oh, tell about. Okay, let me take Ty first. Ty.
What's up, Jesse? Sorry about that.
Oh, okay. Welcome back.
Hey, so how do you know that they hate her because she's white, tall, and pretty?
Because of the name calling, the attacks. They're saying that she's getting attention because she's white, beautiful, and tall. All that stuff, rather than just appreciate her talents. And God, if this girl were black, they would be treating her differently. But they won't treat this white girl because they hate white people.
I mean, you may be right about the attention because Angel Reese did say that she deserves some attention, so I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
But there's no proof that they hate her because she's pretty and white and tall.
We just said the proof.
Where did somebody say that, though? Because you didn't show that somebody said that.
The ladies on The View were talking about her, and one of the View ladies said that she was white, privileged, she was tall, privileged, and pretty, privileged.
But why do you choose to run with that narrative rather than the narrative of the basketball players who say, hey, we think that we're better than her and we deserve a spot over her. They didn't say because she was tall and pretty. Those were the women from The View. So why
Because
did you choose that narrative instead of the other
they are
one?
attacking her deliberately. It appears that they would deliberately try to knock her down, all kind of stuff.
And so if I sent in videos to Nick of Caitlin Clark pushing other girls down in the same way, would that be because they're black? Because she's done that in college. She's walked up to women, put her hand in their face. did
Are
the
you
John
trying to
Cena
say that
sign.
they're not jealous of her?
I'm saying we don't know that because there's no proof of
Are
it.
you trying
other
to
than
say
what
that they're
one girl
not?
said.
Why did this one female, let me see, what's her name? I just played the soundbite. Play that soundbite that Nick just gave me of Angel Reese. Angel Reese said that history will also remember me for bringing attention to the WNBA. Watch this from X.
And if I want to be that, and I know I'll go down in history, I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that.
Is that jealousy or not?
I don't know if that's jealousy.
Is that
Is it
why is
true?
she saying that?
Because is it true or not? Because we wouldn't know if
Ain't
Caitlin
nobody
Clark,
gonna remember
because she
her?
Maybe, but Caitlin didn't get popular until her and Angel got into it with each other, until they started fighting with each other. Then people
No,
really started getting
Kaylee
into it
got
with
popular because she played better ball than them. Well,
She
anyway,
played better
thanks your
ball than-
time. We're going around because of time. I can't keep going back and forth. 888, call me again, all right? 888-7753-77. Thanks, Ty. I appreciate it, buddy. Let me go to Bonnell out of North Carolina. Let's see here. Hold on. Bonnell, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hello, Jesse. How you doing today?
All is well.
That's good to hear. I haven't called you in a long time.
It's been a long time
coming.
Go ahead.
Anyway, I called you about anger. You said anger is a sin?
Anger is evil.
Anger is a God-given emotion.
Where you get that from?
Well, if you do it, if you look at Ephesians chapter 4, verse 26, it says, and don't sin by letting anger control you. You shouldn't let anger control you. Don't let the sun go down while you are still angry.
Right.
For anger gives a foothold to the devil. Anger is just like jealousy. If the spirit of jealousy approaches me, I take it under authority. And I said, I'm not going to be jealous. But anger is a God-given emotion.
Where'd you get that from, that anger?
I just read it.
Where'd you get that from, that anger is a God-given emotion?
Because it is.
Where'd you get that from?
Anger, it's in the Bible, but I can't find that.
Where's that in the Bible?
Anger, he says, and don't
Where is
let
that
sin.
in the Bible?
It just told you, Jesse.
Ain't nowhere in the
Ephesians chapter
Bible
4,
where you're going to
26.
find that anger is a God-given emotion. You're not going to find that in the Bible.
It is, Jesse.
Where?
And don't let sin. Don't let sin.
You
go down
said
on your
that
lap.
part already, and that's true. Evil will eat you up. But where in the Bible, you had time, you knew you were going to call me and talk about this. Where in the Bible does it say that anger is a God-given emotion?
I thought you would understand it when I read Ephesians chapter 4, verses 26.
Where in the Bible does it say that?
Anger is not a sin. The reason I called you-
Bonnell.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What?
Where in the Bible does it say that anger is a God-given emotion?
I called you to let you know that anger was not a sin.
No,
That's
you
why I
said
called you.
it's in the
Anger
Bible.
is not a sin. And everybody
Bonnell,
gets angry.
hey, this is not Bible Thumper Thursday.
I'm not getting anywhere. I'll see you later. And you get angry too, Jesse.
Where in the Bible does it say that anger is?
You know you get.
Thank you, buddy. It's not Bible Thumper Thursday, folks. I can't play that long. It's not in the Bible. Nowhere in the Bible, he and his mama or anyone else gonna find that anger is a God-given emotion. God's not emotional anyway. Why? God is a dispassionate God. Why would he want you to be emotional? And emotions are of your father, the devil. Isn't that amazing? Not one human being on earth is happy with emotion. Not one. I know a lot of people love their hell, though, but they ain't happy. That's why they try to hurt others with their hell. Ephesians 4:31, let all bitterness and wrath and anger and clamor and evil speaking be put away from you. I rest my case. Ephesians, he quoted Ephesians. Let all, Ephesians 4:31, all bitterness and wrath and anger and something. Clamor. Oh, I can see it. Clamor. And evil speaking be put away from you with all malice. That's how these black girls feeling about Caitlin. And be ye kind one to another. Be kind one to another. If pushing your teammate down because you're mad, jealous is kind. And be ye kind one to another, tenderhearted, forgiving one another, even as God, for Christ's sake, has forgiven you. That's so deep. Hake, read that one more time, just in case I'm too black. They don't understand me.
Ephesians 4:31 and 32. Let all bitterness and wrath and anger and clamor and evil speaking be put away from you with all malice. And be ye kind to one another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, even as God for Christ's sake hath forgiven you.
That's so deep, huh?
Nice.
Let me go to Sonny, a first-time caller out of Indiana. Sonny, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hi, Jesse.
Hey, Sonny. Sonny.
You pull over. Everybody sings that to me.
I'm sorry?
I said everybody sings that to me.
I know. You want to change your name?
Okay, can you hear me better now?
Loud and clear. Go ahead.
Okay. So my question for you is, I know that all thoughts are lies.
Right.
But what about memories? Because memories are true. They happened. They're experiences. And so when you're having interactions with people and memories come to mind to, like, remind you of something that had happened, and then I then tend to listen to the emotion that it causes and react in ways that I don't necessarily want to.
Yep.
So what do you say with that?
When those memories come, they're coming out of hell. They're coming straight from hell, and they want you to react. What I highly recommend, when you do get those memories, they are coming. They are not from you. They are straight out of hell. Just relax and let them pass. Watch them until they pass. Don't look for another memory to make yourself feel better. Let's say you get a negative memory, right? And then you're shocked by that, and now you want to find a positive memory to replace that with another thought. Do not do that. Leave an empty space and just watch that memory that you have and let it pass. And God will save you from that. He'll destroy it.
But if I'm having the memory, is it because, like, out of nowhere, I feel like sometimes it's more like a warning to not repeat the same situations that caused the memory?
No, that's the devil deceiving you. Because in all honesty, you are not having a memory. It's the devil giving you those thoughts, making you think that is you.
Okay.
It's not you at all. I promise you that. It's not you. He's only God doesn't remember it. Why? If God wanted you to remember something like that, why won't he remind you of it? He doesn't remind you of any of those things because they don't exist anymore. They happen when they happen, and when it was done happening, it was over. It doesn't exist anywhere but in the imagination where hell lives.
Okay. I can see that. I can see that. But so when I'm saying it's a warning, like it I feel like kind of in the same sense, like insanity is doing the same thing, expecting a different result. So that's why I felt like sometimes the memories were popping up as a warning to like not repeat the same thing. But you're saying it's just coming to cause that emotional reaction.
And it will cause you to repeat it too, because you're reacting to it, it coming out of hell, and you still believe it exists. That's not a warning. It will destroy you by making you think it's real.
Okay. All right. I can relate to that for sure.
So
okay, Jesse. Well, I've got a whole list of questions for you that I've been making since I've been listening to you for many, many years. So I'll call again.
Can you ask one? I'll give you one more question. Go ahead.
One more. It's Oh, okay. This is one I thought of the other day because it's an ongoing discussion between me and my man, and that's the apple. Do you think that the apple that Eve ate was a literal apple?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. Nice.
Are you doing the silent prayer?
I do. Yeah.
Every morning, every night.
I was doing the. Well, yeah, I am throughout the day.
Are you doing it every morning, every
long
night?
Before I heard you talk about it.
Are you doing it every morning, every night?
Probably not every single morning and night.
Are you doing it every morning, every night?
No. No.
You got to, I highly recommend you do it. Are you doing my silent prayer?
Yeah. Yeah.
I highly recommend you do it every morning, every night, so the Spirit of the Father can cause you to start living in the present where He is. He's not in the past, He's not in the future. And He will never bring up the past or the future because it's an illusion. It doesn't even exist. So He wouldn't bring up something to try to make a warning or anything. He's trying to bring you to He wants you to come where He is in the present so He can guide you in life.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
I got to run, Sonny, but call me again, all right?
All right, I will.
Until you get all your questions answered, you keep calling me.
I will.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Jesse. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Super chat. Super
chats. Cobra Miss donated a diamond with no message over on D Live.
Thank you.
Wayne, I am coffee. The Earth is a plane, not a planet, Jesse. If the Earth is rotating, why is the weather in the North Pole so different from the South Pole?
Gone cold.
Why is the Northern Hemisphere moss only grows on the north side of trees? With rotation, moss should occur equally on all sides of the trees.
Amazing. Thank you.
Why do redacted NASA Russian documents show aircraft, blah, 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 flying stationary atmosphere over a flat, non-rotating Earth? I will stop here for now.
You paying too much attention to the flat earth thing.
Not very pithy, but I appreciate you stopping there for now.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Wayne,
it.
as always.
Thank you, buddy.
Spirit Girl 13, response to the biblical question.
Who's dumber, men or women?
Women. Ever since Eve listened to that dumb serpent, Satan, Spirit Satan, she and the women been dumb ever since. LOL.
Thank you. I'll put my 2 cents in on Sunday.
Rumble Rant, Nick LaBoy. Morning, Jesse. Biblical question.
Who's dumber, men or women?
I realize everything falls on the man's plate. God gave us dominion over all. When women run wild, it's the man's fault. Man has the woman in line in a patient atmosphere.
Amazing. Thank you. 2 cents in on Sunday.
Heart the man bought a coffee. I just want to say something about Caitlin Clark issue. Don't think it's actually real. It's about putting up a show for people to watch women's basketball so they bring in extra money. Because everybody who knows women's sports are boring. Just my little 2 cents.
Thank you, but...
Amazing work, JLP and team.
Thank you. No, but they're jealous of Caitlin. I may not know my flaw, but I know black women, and they're jealous of her. Thank you.
Wayne, I am that I am with another one about the Earth rotation. Civilizations before us affirmed the Earth is a plane, not a planet. Moss, weather, North Pole, didactic thing. I'll stop here for now. He gave it again with just slightly different wording. Thank you, Wayne. I am for that other coffee.
Thank you, Wayne.
Shout out to Severio Jones, Cobra Miss, Greenwall, Here in Spirit, Aries One, and the rest of the D Live crew. Jesse Lee Peterson. And thanks, guys. I do believe that is all for now.
Wow, glad we made it. Thank you. Amazing. Thank you. I am so out of time. I'm glad we made it with those super chats. The Hake report is coming up now. And then enjoy our Friday after the Hake at 11 a.m. Pacific time. And then the American Anchor Baby at 12 noon, all right? Get on that straight and narrow, for those that don't want to do it, stay in your hair. Live in your hair, it's up to you. But stay on that straight and narrow. Stay there. Stay with it. Stay with it. Endure until the end. I am out of time, and callers, Jamil out of Ontario, Canada, O'Brien out of North Carolina, Ruben out of Indiana, and somebody just dropped. I am out of time, but I'll be back tomorrow if the Lord is willing and the creek don't rise. Have a good one, folks. Do the silent prayer. Forgive. If you want to be free, if not, keep an evil heart and suffer. It's on you. Take care. Thanks for your support, your super chats, and everything. Your donations at rebuildingtheman.com. Bye. Amazing. So, here's what I recommend. I invite you to download my silent prayer, and I want you to start doing it. You just download it, get the points of how to do it, and then after a while, you just do it on your own. It's going to point you in the right direction that your life will be returned to you from God. He will give you your life back, because anyone and all people who has anger, they're not themselves. You are the person that you are angry at. That's why it's so important to get to know yourself so that you can see who you're angry at. And if you're doing the hooping and hollering prayers and things like that, some people get up, oh, praise the Lord, hoop and holler, bless my mama, bless my daddy. Continue to do it. Do both. You will see if you want to stay with the hooping and hollering, or do you want to be still and know God. So my gift to you, no charge, at rebuildingtheman.com/church. I noticed after a while that when these guys overcome their anger, they have amazing ideas about starting a business, but because they've been told that if you don't get a loan from the bank, or if you don't have a 5-year plan, or if you don't do this, and it's just simply not true, it's the first step. With faith, then all things are possible. So, but the most important thing is to return to the Father. That yearning that you have, that emptiness, that void, is not for more stuff. It's not for more friends. It is a return to the Father, because there's no way you can return to God and be angry at your earthly father. So thank you all so much, right? People around the world donated to Bond at rebuildingtheman.com, or they call 800-411-2663, and we're still committed to pointing the right way for men and women to return to the Father.